Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Noel and Bob Video Games.
For my next magic trick, I'll damage shuffle every Dragon Quest game.
You'll die.
Chris Wolfhart.
Yeah, don't do that.
And Dr. Aggro.
I mean, I kind of want to see you do it.
Here on GigaBoots.
Well, believe it or not, there are 11 different games going right now that are all just stuck in a battle, and I keep getting hit.
See, I would simply not take damage.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It seems like the most optimal strategy.
When you say it like that. Every battle, I'm just going, I'm proud to announce we're currently in a talk to end this battle. I'm giving them until next turn. They banish me yet again to another Dragon Quest game. Aggro, you're so small. How did you get so small?
Oh my god, why it's so tiny?
He's a little baby.
Clean living and prayer, mostly.
Oh, wow. Wait, that makes you smaller?
Yeah.
Are you telling me all
Read
those...
Leviticus.
Are you telling me all those Body by Christ people are fucking liars? They're huge.
Oh no, that's a whole different thing. They're like crypto Catholics.
There's more than one Christ? Is that what you're saying? They have a different Christ going on?
They are using that word in a very legalistic manner to refer to Albania. It's like it's a whole post-Vulgate Latin thing.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
Good.
Yeah, why would Edgar ever lie about anything? We all know that he doesn't do that.
Chat, in the comments and in the chat right now, rank Big Think hosts based on honesty. Hey, wait a second. I thought I deleted these guys. What are they doing back? I swear to God, I deleted that before. Okay.
I thought I saw you do that.
Yeah, no, it was Goku. I felt I was in my comfort zone, and Goku was there.
It was Goku. It was always Goku.
It was always you, Goku. It was always you. Thank you, Goku.
He's so angry.
Just... I can't get him out of my thoughts. His beautiful eyes, his perfectly wedge-shaped head.
I almost spit my gum on my monitor when you said that.
He's like the bad guy from Tron with skin.
Master computer or whatever?
Yeah, kind of.
Isn't his name MCP or something? Master Control Program? Or is that one of the later songs?
I think that's right.
Okay. Oh, I beat you to it, Matto. You can't actually be, bitch. Internet delay. I said that shit before you even popped up in chat. That's right. The villain of Tron, ICP. Anyways, hi, everybody. Bob and I had a marvelous trip over to Nashville. We went to a Final Fantasy concert. Spiff was very nice and treated us to that. It is relevant to say this because people will be like, I thought you had no money. It's like, right. I do have no money. Someone else paid. But it was really beautiful. It was really something. There were a lot of Soken songs.
There were way too many of those.
So they did 4 songs in a row from 14, and as people are telling me, they're all like final boss themes that they lined up to be these songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, these are fucking good. This is really good music. And then we hit 16, and if you could type like if you could type a colon and the vertical line into chat, I am completely unironically telling you that is the face I made for all of it. Because I just sat there and went, okay.
They so desperately want the Bound to the Flame song or whatever to be something, and it's like, I'm sorry, that game ain't anything. The most interesting the music was when Soken ignored you and made the Titan theme.
Yeah, because the interesting thing is they couldn't do the Titan theme because, one, Rob Zombie might sue, but two, and more importantly, it would feature a lot of electric guitar, and this was an orchestral thing.
Yeah, it's an actual orchestra playing.
And then they wouldn't do Hideaway for similar reasons, which made me sad because that's my favorite song from 16. But the funniest element is that they need to fill 4 16 songs in a row with a visual on screen. But if you know anything about 16, you know how little footage there is of certain characters you would have major themes for to show in video format, which is wild. Because, yeah, you could just show gameplay footage of them walking around, but for whatever reason, they didn't even want to do that. They don't want to show you walking around with important character that has a theme and is core to the game. We're okay with me spoiling 16, right? Or were we far enough where I can, for the sake of this discussion...
Anyone who cares has long ago played it.
That's how it feels. Normally, I'm not...
Yeah, I don't think a single person is ever going to care about Final Fantasy 16 again, to put it brutally honest.
Yeah, what... Was that 2 or...
That was 2023.
Okay, so it's 3 years on. Okay. So Joshua's theme plays. So if you've played 16, I'm a little late on the fucking
I can't
spoiler,
remember what that is at all.
Don't worry about it. They have
Yeah,
so
that's not the
little
important
footage.
part.
They have so little footage of Joshua in good cutscenes to show that it's funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, because the song is like 6 minutes or something. It's a pretty long song.
Uh-huh.
And there's so little footage of him, they have to loop it.
Uh-huh. Oh, they spoiled the game at the concert? Yeah.
Yeah,
speaking
absolutely.
Of which, I've seen so much 14 now, I basically played the game. So, I hope you were in that concert, because that was my Let's Play.
I mean, I like Final Fantasy 14 a lot. But you played Final Fantasy 4, so you already know most of what's in Final Fantasy 14.
I picked that up the more people talked about it. I was like, wait, how important are the Lunarans? Wait, what? Really? This is all right. Cool.
The 14 songs were really funny for the visuals on screen having to be from 14. So you go from all these cool like cinematic cutscenes made for other games,
cinematic cutscenes to like, yeah, Square doesn't let us have any of the money we make because they need it for their bad ideas.
Right, true. So fucking true.
Yeah.
No, it's really amazing. You go from CG cutscenes and beautiful cutscenes in game done for Final Fantasy X and other games. You get to fucking 14 and it's every character. You know what? I have to change to mouse controls to simulate. You just crane your head slowly like, hello.
Yes.
Yep. It's certain
yeah.
MMO.
They got that smooth turn.
Many things are just wide shot as you see the gigantic street they made for an MMO level. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
You would never make that in any other video game.
It's okay, and I can stop playing the spoiler themes.
Now that's not true, Bob. Every single RPG where they decided that you needed to do battles on the overworld also have maps like that. Tales of Zestiria.
One of the weird things about the concert is it didn't have any 6 music or 12 music. It might have included some element of that in the intro medley, but I don't even think I caught any of that, which I know 6 music a lot. I should have caught it if it was there, but I was crying, so there's a chance I missed it because of that. So I need to be clear. This was a very emotional experience for me for a number of reasons. So at the beginning of the concert, I'm crying silently. And by the end of the concert, I'm doing the colon vertical line. And that is the weirdest fucking emotional ramp I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
As I'm just like, oh, this is great. Now, I will say an interesting, yes, they started with Liberi Fatali, which, oh man. Oh man, that's good shit.
Yeah, that's really strong.
It is a really strong experience to get in an orchestra. You won't believe what the encore song was.
Look, it was very expected, but after 16 songs in a row, I needed something good. I was in a state of depression.
Yes. Oh, I guess someone else was at the concert because they're in chat saying, wait, you were at the concert too? Yeah, we were there on April 1st. They ended on One Wing Angel. Of course they did. Like, there's no world in which I entered that concert and didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
That was, of course, going to happen. Man, the singer, I think her name was Amanda Akin. Amazing.
Yeah, no, Caesar was their guest because she's actually the singer from the original game versions of the song.
From those original 14 songs. And oh my God.
We didn't get any from Japan for that, but at least we got her, and she was really good.
She was incredible.
She really elevated every song she sung on.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. No, that was crazy and good. And yeah, those 14 themes are good. And again, they showed a lot of the cutscenes from the end of those 14 stories. So I'm good. I got it. I'm good. I absorbed it. It's all up here in my noggin. I don't need to play hundreds of hours. It was, as I was doing that and amused by all of this, I was like, there's no world where chat's going to be like, we're going to give you an absolute shitload of money, just stream all of 14 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
that would be 1,000 hours.
Yeah, no, but I'm sitting here living that life in my brain of like, oh my God, what does one live that life of just streaming all of 14 on top of doing anything else?
Yeah, no, that would have to just be your entire life.
Uh-huh.
Because there's too much.
COVID? Well, yeah, but like we have other things going on, and streaming is different from just playing.
Yes.
You all don't understand that there are things we have to do to set up for streams. Such as tomorrow's stream of Star Fox, Star Fox 64, Star Fox Assault, and Star Fox Zero Flop Swap. Please look forward to us playing 4 real fucking Star Fox games, and we stop the moment one of them is beaten. 2 of these are significant in size, and 2 of these are not.
Yeah.
And don't worry if you wanted to see Star Fox Assault and it got completely skipped every single time on that stream, because that's what I'm streaming on Saturday.
I do wonder. Get back to zero, you fucking animal.
That is the one GameCube game, like GameCube exclusive entry in a franchise, that I don't see anybody suffering like the fumes come out to defend.
You're saying no one's GameCube fumes
not
got
that
them
I've
reprogrammed?
seen.
I have seen some hardcore defenders for Assault. I think they appeared when we did Adventure.
I know nothing
So I think
about
the fumes
Assault,
got a
really.
few of them.
The most I've seen of Assault is playing it at a GameStop for a very tiny amount of time. I'm excited.
Yeah, I played the first level to make sure it worked, but
I was talking to Chris before we went live with Big Thing about like, it's okay that we're doing the flop swap and you're doing the game because these are not anything resembling the same experience.
yeah,
Flop
one of us
swaps
is
are
like
fucking
outrunning
nightmare.
the Reaper being Star Fox Zero.
It's so true. And the funniest part is chat's like, go back to zero, and I'm just going to be like, chat, you can't even see what's happening at zero. It's on the gamepad.
It was really funny because not to get ahead to what I was streaming, I just played Star Fox 64 a bunch of times last Saturday.
Yeah, recompiled.
But Seb Mall was in my chat and is like, people say Zero would be good without motion controls. No. That game structure is just wrong.
Yeah, no, that game is not good on very, very deep levels.
Thanks, Platinum.
It does feel like it's mostly Miyamoto's fault for shoving a lot of things in, but yeah, of course, Platinum.
Yeah, I would never blame Platinum entirely for it, but they sure were like the slaves of the Wii U era.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably a mistake, even though it arguably helped them out on the Switch, where they got to make multiple things for Nintendo. Maybe there could have been a slightly better timeline if they hadn't been ensorcelled by that machine for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it started out as Nintendo being the only one who would fund them at all.
Yeah. Wonder why.
Probably.
I wonder why they're like that and why even Nintendo won't do it anymore. Do you think that might mean something?
I don't think Inaba's done anything wrong. Why did he bring him up?
I didn't. You did.
What are you talking about? I would never bring up Inaba.
Okay. I believe you. Sorry, when Chris was like, platinum is like the slaves, and my brain immediately thought of fucking ancient Egypt and being like, are we really to believe that platinum could have made Star Fox Zero, or was it the intervention of aliens?
I'm just imagining like Inaba as the white pharaoh.
Yes.
Top 3 photoshops that would make me puke on the spot.
We also in that case though we would also need Kamiya as the white pharaoh because I think he'd fit a lot better. Like I could just see him in one of like take him grinning in the supermarket, but use that face on the white pharaoh.
Okay, I'm good. I'm fine. What the fuck were we talking about? Yeah, no, Bob and I beat Star Fox Zero. Weirdly enough. Everyone acts like it's good when the company they like in the game industry succeeds, and I'm like, no, it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Sony winning with the PS2 is how we got the PS3. Sony winning with the PS4 and PS5 is how we got everything happening right now with them. Success is bad for you.
It's genuinely insane how no company has ever gone, not once gone, we were really successful doing this. We should, keep doing it at the same rate and, maybe branch out a little bit into something else. It's always, we have made the money doing this. Time to stop.
No, it's we made the money doing this. Let's squeeze them harder and make this worse. Every fucking time. The reason I bring this up is because Bob, as longtime listeners of Big Thing Dimension will know, used to work at GameStop. Bob, how long did you work at GameStop?
Nearly 15 years.
Nearly 15 years. And in the entire time you were there, how many times did you have a situation like Star Fox Zero where they're just like, here's a code, please play the game, talk to anyone about the game? Because that happened with Star Fox Zero. We have a digital copy because Nintendo's like, please, 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 please.
I was the only one at my store who even wanted it.
Have you ever seen that image where like it's obviously like a list of things to do when you get money, and it's always all stuff like don't forget where you came from, don't change. Like the evil version, where it's like the first thing I'm gonna do when I get rich, number one, let the money change me. That's how Nintendo was Wii U to the Switch era.
It's true. It took them, I think they completely swapped out their soul within 4 to 5 years of the Switch.
Yeah.
That's all it took. By the end of 2021, I feel like that's when we started getting evil Nintendo. God. But yeah, no, I think that's really funny that because you don't understand. That's not normal. It's not normal for Nintendo or any of the big three to just be like, hey, GameStop manager / anyone in the store who remotely gives a fuck, please play our goddamn game and talk to anyone.
Yeah, no, that was weird. We did not see that much. It happened maybe 5 times or something.
Something to your in chat says, I'm going to blow up and pretend I don't know anybody. Or I don't know nobody. That's so many people in Niceville. So many people in Niceville. Once again, I need to say this, and I need to say it in one sentence. My brother went to high school with Jack Reacher and Matt Gates.
Yup.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I went to the same high school just later.
Yep.
Right.
It's a tradition of excellence.
So anyways,
no other qualifier to that description.
I guess they're only, we actually left someone out of that. Was it Tobuscus? Tobuscus is the other guy?
I think Tobuscus, yeah, but would he at the same time as our brothers?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so wow. Tobuscus, Matt Gates, and Jack Reacher all went to high school with my brother at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Was Hoobastank there before or after that?
Hoobastank was there. Are you fucking kidding? What? No. You're lying. That ain't real.
I think they were from Niceville.
No. That is simply not possible.
It's entirely possible that is some weird-ass townie lore I just heard growing up.
I dated a girl who was like, I was into Hoobastank before everyone else was. And then I listened to Hoobastank, and I'm like, I can't imagine liking this music and then getting that possessive hipster over it. This isn't hipster enough of music to do that with. The concept of Tobuscus and Matt Gates in your graduation class.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay, no, Hoobastank is not from Niceville. They are from Agora Hills, California.
Yeah, I figured that was the case. That was, as I said it out loud, I realized I don't think that's something I've said in public in 10 years. That might be a thing random teenagers used to tell each other.
I love this because you're like saying this into a microphone, and even you're like, that sounds like made up fucking Niceville shit.
It would have been funny if we found out, yeah, T-Pain wasn't from Tallahassee. He was actually from Niceville.
If that happened, I would vomit. That would be so completely... The T in Tallahassee Pain actually stands for Niceville. The Niceville Pain.
Which I'm pretty sure I actually saw his truck driving around
Oh, yeah?
the Fort Walton Beach area at some point.
Nah, I mean, that would make sense, right? I mean, we got people that are less expected to be there, like Emerald Lagasse and Britney Spears and
Right.
all sorts of celebrities.
I mean, I think Aquaman from the CW went to Niceville High.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna again attach this. Growing up poor in Niceville and dating upper middle class women was awkward. I'm competing with Aquaman.
It's Aquaman CW. It's not really.
Let's be real. Considering that he's like 6'6" and looks like that, I don't think any amount of like prestige really matters.
So, as it turns out, every girl I hooked was, in fact, the bad bitch I hooked by being autistic. Oh, man. Okay. So, we've connected so many dots in this one segment that I felt like, I know we've handed all of these data points to our audience, but I don't think we've ever just fucking grouped them all up and go, you deal with this.
Right, because it's insane.
It is. It is completely insane. God. Ooh.
God, where there's so many like that, it's surprising that our class didn't have anyone like that.
Isn't Jack Reacher about our... No, Jack Reacher... Yeah. In 5 years, all of the opportunities to become Aquaman and Jack Reacher disappeared. What does this mean?
What happened?
Zoom in on Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
It was really fun because I think the exact age points of me and my brother is like perfect to have made clear to me the complete fallout of the college education system.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know so many people who went to college that I went to class with who just got straddled with debt and had a shit time finding a fucking job. And that's if they went to a normal one. If they went to a for-profit one, they were ultra fucked. And I actually know a lot who did that because we had, what is it, Full Sail?
Full Sail.
Full Sail,
Mhm.
which is a game development college. And I think they appended a couple of other things in Central Florida. And numerous people got sucked into that and then went, oh, shit, there are no jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And that was forever ago.
Yeah, it's crazy how the 5-year difference really was everything is kind of normal, and oh god, the economy is already dead. The job market doesn't exist.
Which is why anyone who like graduated high school in 2000 or earlier has a completely different mindset of what the world still is, because they might have gotten through the system before the collapse of that. It's kind of interesting. Full Sail was going crazy with the YouTube sponsorship 10 years ago. Yes, I know this because the first video where James Rolfe uses the pixel animation intro for the Angry Video Game Nerd, where it has all that different art, that's a Full Sail sponsored video. And I think they co-funded or somehow helped with the production of that intro. I don't actually know. But that was so long ago now that I couldn't possibly tell you what episode that is. Hey, speaking of random shit to fill a podcast with that's gaming related, and AVGN related. I watched that Scott the Woz AVGN video, and you could tell Scott is not used to just riffing, especially off a person who's not like a regular friend of his, and he just feels trapped. I'm looking at his blinking patterns to see if he needs someone to get him out of the video. So many times in the video, the joke is Scott going, and I'm not exaggerating, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Is that your joke? Is that what we're doing? We're going with that joke? That's so much of the video. I'm not even exaggerating.
Incredible. I need to watch this nightmare.
I couldn't make it the whole way through. I stopped 2/3 in. I gotta go back.
I want it to feel more direct. Like, it needs to be like the Alton Brown video he did with Babish, where he's basically locked him in a room and made him eat something terrible.
I know. If James Rolfe had that vibe, that would have made it perfect. And to some extent, James Rolfe staying relatively in character and just getting angry over the smallest shit that you could tell not even he really thought through to get angry about.
Uh-huh.
And all of these things. It's so funny. That video is wild. I'm not saying you need to watch the whole thing, but you could experience maybe 6 minutes of it and instantly get what the whole thing is gonna be, and you don't have to stick around. But yeah, Scott was in fact betrayed and trapped in the AVGN video. It's true.
Man, that AVGN video makes me just think, when's Toe Jam and Earl Day?
Are you trying to get me to stream Toe Jam?
Yeah, there's only 4 games.
Oh, there are 4? I thought there were only 3. I know of 2 on
there's
the Genesis,
2 on Genesis, 1 on the Xbox, and they made a new one.
Oh yeah, they
fuck,
did make a
oh
like
my
modern.
god, that happened.
Which I think
PS4
is like
one or
90 minutes long, just like the original, I think.
Yeah, like it was a remake. I don't remember this Xbox one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was a big deal for Toe Jam.
It was like it's a full like 3D full 3D like collectathon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you haven't seen these 3D models, huh?
It looks like a game that they would be playing on the Boondocks.
It's true. Oh man,
Been a long time since I saw this. Yeah, wow.
Uh-huh.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's how that shit looks.
I have no idea if they tried to make it a real game or if it is structured like the first game in the series. Because isn't the second one just a normal platformer?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 2D platformer where you can't die.
Oh. Now I'm like, I don't know if I even played the second one. That's kind of weird.
The main thing I know about the Xbox Toe Jam and Earl is that one of the primary collectibles, like as common as coins in Mario, are keys. And every time you collect one, the character you're playing as has something to say about keys.
Oh no.
I remember somebody just getting really mad, like, how many times do I have to hear him say, damn, I love keys?
Man, the thought of playing through Toe Jam and Earl games.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten one, even though I had the original growing up. It was just like, oh, this game's cool. What am I supposed to do? Is there actually a goal here?
The goal is vibes.
Yeah, you go up 2 or 3 levels to collect enough movement power-ups to go back down to the first level, then go down and to the left at a specific angle to find the secret jacuzzi island.
They showed that in the AVGN video.
Wow.
Nice.
You need the rocket shoes to rocket across the water to get to the hole, and then you go below the first level in the game, and then you end up at the jacuzzi thing. It is one of the only funny moments of the video. Big Earl, quote, I sure love your pom-poms. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something they say in 2. I'm pretty sure that's... Oh man, could you imagine putting Toe Jam and Earl quotes on a fucking soundboard? Oh my god.
Is ToeJam and Earl is one of those franchises that feel like people were desperately want it to be important, but it just isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a Sega of America joint.
Other franchises like this, Tomb Raider.
That was at least, I feel like that was actually important at one point.
That was big for an amazing reason.
Okay, it was important on the PS1.
Right,
yes.
and only the first 3 games, I think. I think even by the end of the PS1, like Angel of Darkness, I think by then no one cared.
This is a new podcast music we play every time we just talk about video games at the beginning. When we're talking about what we've been playing, I'm just going to play the ToeJam and Earl music.
From what I remember, it's good music.
Here's the problem, though. We're not talking about video games. We're talking about Scrandle. Bob and I streamed the Scrandle off, which, as everyone knows, is when Bob and I have to compete who is better at predicting the hearts of the people on which of 2 stadium foods they would eat. And if you choose Mensa mode, university/college food they would eat. This was a really fun. This was a really fun stream. There was a lot of food.
Yeah, no, a lot of that looked really interesting. And if it looked too interesting, no one voted for it.
It's so true. Spiff in chat says, melt your goddamn cheese, Europe. I was surprised by the amount of unmelted shredded cheese on things.
Yeah, that was a theme.
It was a consistent thing that kept occurring. We did not once get the cup of bugs, Matto. I was very surprised by the lack of insect food.
Yeah, none of that.
None. Literally none. I don't know what the fuck was up with that. Bob, what was your favorite food from the Scrandle off? I gotta say, one of my strongest contenders is an oddly long hot dog, or however they phrased it, where it was clearly like a 15-foot hot dog or some shit. Not 15 foot, like, how would you say, 4 feet? It was enormous.
It was enormous.
Christ. That was
many of the hot
one.
dogs and sausages were just funny bad. Like, oh wow, that's just insanely overcooked and falling to pieces. That's barely cooked
food.
and gray.
Also, we did a mode where it was like, which of these 2 berries out in nature would you trust?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and we died.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. No. Like if you're looking at 2 berries and you're not sure which one to eat, don't eat either berry.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
But we gotta eat a berry.
Yeah, they made us choose, and I think you get 4 pips of health before you die, but you have to guess 6 sets or something, and we were fucking dead. We were both dead.
Yeah, we died twice over or something.
You can't just have a health bar. It's got to be like, oh, you ate the wrong berry. Now identify the correct medicinal plant to counteract its effects.
Jesus.
Oof.
God, those sad hamburgers were so sad. They almost seemed performatively bad. You know, like, you didn't naturally occur at making a burger this bad. You set out to make this bad burger, stadium food man.
Oh, no, I've been to a lot of church functions that ended with some sad burgers.
Oh, God, yeah. I also have seen that. You know what's funny? I saw that at a very Filipino-heavy church in Niceville. So imagine the really sad burgers next to excellent Filipino food. That's when it's even more absurd. There was some good fucking food at that church thing. And the sad burgers. Why are they so obsessed with mushy peas?
Just a culture thing.
So World War II happened.
Yeah, I didn't know that the reason the Brits get slammed for having terrible cuisine is because they had war rationing till like 1958.
Yeah, so I don't know how many people in our chat have frame of reference with like grandparents who have a strong affinity. Like, I feel like you have to be poor and of a certain age to have grandparents of this specific type. growing up, where they're really into what is obviously Depression era food, and they're really into some of the most brutal things you could eat. That's the Brits like a full generation later because of that. So
also, like, if you have just have parents that are especially poor, that were especially poor as kids, because like my dad isn't old enough to have been in the Depression, but they were really poor. So he's like, yeah, it took me a while to understand that beans and potatoes wasn't you eat it 3 times a week kind of thing.
Oof.
One moment. This could be all right. Maybe not 3 times a week.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that every culture in the world eats a lot.
Mm-hmm. And my brain's already like trying to set it up like a McAllister's potato. I'm just like, and then you stuff the beans in there, but we need a chili sauce. It's like, no, you get nothing. You just get beans and potato.
Yes, baked beans and potato. What do you don't complete this?
When's Beard Meats Food doing that food challenge? It's just buckets of beans and potatoes.
I'm honestly surprised he hasn't done something like that.
Yeah. The Scramble Off stream was really good. I had a delightful time. I have a huge enthusiasm for video games and tech. Well, I can't just say broadly technology anymore. Thanks, tech industry.
Right.
And food. These are like my 3 passions. So it's always good to bring in food and get to cover that. And have fun with chat talking about shit and looking at food and being like, what the fuck is that? What's going on? I'm scared. Bob and I basically came out even. Because the counting got a little weird when Bob chopped off a couple on his first set. But what was it?
You won almost all of the sets we did, but we were very close number-wise.
Yes, we were insanely close number-wise. Out of like over 100 guesses, or 100 points rather, you and I ended up only a few points different. So
it's almost like it's basically random chance what the people on the internet have selected.
Well, maybe so, but I am
there's
much
a couple
better
trends.
than random chance at selecting them. Because I ended up somewhere around 7 out of 10 most of the time. Which means my betting average is better than most analysts.
If mushy peas are involved, unless the other option is really dire, it's the other option. Also, if it's too ethnic, white people get scared and will pick a cheeseburger, even if it's the saddest looking cheeseburger you've ever seen.
It's like, do you want the saddest cheeseburger you've ever seen or vegetarian anything?
Do you want the worst cheeseburger you've ever seen or something involving squid? I'm like, do you know how delicious squid is? You know how tasty octopus is?
So then the saddest cheeseburger, huh?
What about this awful looking pizza? Like, it's just completely terrible. They screwed it up, and they screwed it up. It doesn't even have cheese on half of it.
You know, we were talking about...
I'll take that.
We were talking about dire pizzas. The fucking theater just sells pizza now, and I think it's the same deal what Chris was talking about, where like
when I went to see the Mario movie, the pizza you could get a 10-inch pizza for $8.50, and a large popcorn is $7.50.
What the fuck? Popcorn.
Like, I'm sure it's not great
make.
Pizza.
I'm sure,
right.
But popcorn costs virtually nothing to make. That is a cheap fucking food.
I mean, depending on how you make pizza, it's rock bottom cheap. But in any case, you anchor the perception of the price of popcorn by selling other foods for around or less than that price. If we ever break the illusion that popcorn is basically water,
we mustn't ever kneel.
Right.
It's water and cellulose, because popcorn actually has a lot of fiber.
Yes. I bought from the Mario Galaxy movie the shittiest movie tie-in cup I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if this shit's gonna survive 1 round in the dishwasher. 1.
Yeah, I picked it up and was like, oh, I'm not buying this.
And then I'm like, I'm getting a soda anyways. Show the sadness cup. I'll show it on tomorrow's stream. Like, obviously, I don't have the live cam set up. I'll show it on tomorrow's stream. So, went to the theater to watch the Mario Galaxy movie with Bob and Spiff and my friend Lily. And she's like, oh, hey, today reminds me, I got something for you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, did you? And she's like, yeah. And reminder, this was the Trans Day of Visibility. So my good trans lady friend, I almost said girlfriend. People are going to be like, what? We get back to her place after the movie, and she hands me the largest cost. Don't show it yet. The largest cost I've ever experienced from doing a fucking podcast series. She gives me pull it out now. The Borderlands popcorn bucket that she found at a Goodwill. And I'm just like, come on.
This thing's very good quality, which is upsetting.
Especially since I just bought a total piece of shit soda cup
right
based on Mario. But here's this fucking metal bucket for one of the worst movies on Gamers Go to the Movies. God. So anyways, then Bob stole it. Bob stole my Trans Day of Visibility present. Can you fucking believe this, man?
I'll bring it back tomorrow. You could keep it there.
Oh, no.
They need to see it on stream.
No, Bob. You can't re-gift something you've stolen. That's
I'm just returning it. It's not a gift.
The trans community doesn't forgive you, but don't you ever bring that back. Somebody has to stop Bob. Anyway. It really pisses me off that dog shit movie has a Full Metal bucket. And my cup for the Mario Galaxy movie's like, hey, I'm a step better than a Dixie paper cup. Our movie theater set up like a Mario Kart track.
Oh, yeah, that thing was neat.
No one was doing anything with it because we went to the midnight showing.
Yeah, no, they did not have anybody who was there to operate it. They roped it off to make sure nobody touched it.
Yeah. And like they also didn't have most of their food, so I had to eat Cheetos because we were gonna grab Cookout on the way, but Cookout had a massive line and was like, oh. And I should have put my foot down and been like, we're gonna be late to the Mario Galaxy movie, and that's fine. But for some reason, I was afraid. I'm a high anxiety person. I try to not be the reason things fuck up or end up late, because that's what I do. I'm a mess of a person. So stupidly, I'm like, yeah, let's go to the theater. And it's like, oh, we probably paid more for shitty candy and shitty snacks than we would have paid for all the Cookout food. And that would have been like a meal.
Yes. I got tricked by they had an icy flavor that was labeled Cherry Galaxy or something like that for Mario Galaxy.
Galaxy cherry flavored,
And it was just cherry. It was just regular cherry icy.
Yeah, you just bought a fucking cherry icy from the theater for like $8 or something.
Yeah.
That's okay, Bob. You rightfully avoided the trick. Because on the way in, they had Star Bites. And they were supposed to be like, the Star Bits from Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
But it was just rainbow colored popcorn. Like it was just gonna be stale popcorn from a bag. For way too much. So you dodged that bullet at least. Good job on that. And I just wanted that cup because I was going to get a soda anyways. And oh man, do I really want to show chat how fucking dog shit that cup is. So please.
And they were also selling $50 Yoshi popcorn buckets, but I did not buy that. It's a little too much. I don't really like Yoshi even.
Oh yeah, the full like sculpted plastic huge popcorn bucket for Yoshi. Yeah, that was 50?
Yeah, that was 50.
Jesus.
Christ. I wonder if anyone
you'd think after not paying his taxes, he wouldn't have to gouge that much.
I know,
right?
I know. I have to wonder if anyone we went with got it. Because we ended up going with like, in front of us seated were like a few 16 or 13-year-olds with a couple parents. And then the rest of the theater was people between 40 and 50 easily. Or maybe even over 50, I don't know. For a midnight launch. And they were wearing Mario shirts, like almost everyone. So I have to wonder if one of them did buy it, because it feels like that group has the disposable income and interest.
Right. Yeah, I think I saw someone having bought it in the lobby because we were there pretty early.
I'm seeing someone say it's sold out day one. Are you saying that the Yoshi popcorn buckets sold out within the first 24 hours of it really being in theaters? Because I could believe that.
I should have picked it up to resell it for Huge profit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yes, they're saying that is what they're saying. Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that because I don't look at every opportunity in my life as a scalping exercise, but I guess I should. We're now in the post-capitalism even slightly working for anyone system. I need to scalp organs.
Oh my god, I just pulled up a picture of this Yoshi bucket.
Can you post that in the Discord real quick?
Yeah, let me grab you.
I want to make that easier to show people.
There it is.
Thank you.
That is not a popcorn bucket. That is a thing you've put popcorn in for the purpose of this photo and for selling it. But functionally, that is in no way actually designed to hold or eat popcorn out of it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's part of why I had zero interest in it, because it's just a fucking mess of a device.
Yeah, no,
that's the thing. I wouldn't call it a bucket as much of a device.
Yeah.
Chris, would you buy this popcorn bucket for $50?
No. Maybe if it was something other than Yoshi.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Right?
Weird that
Like,
they did
you
that.
think they would just do a Yoshi egg with it open on the top and not have the whole Yoshi there to...
Yes.
And I'm zooming in so you can see this. This is the best case scenario for the seams all over this man. This is a Yoshi they clearly cut up into requisite bones and organs and then put back together. It's weird. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's seen some shit? Yeah. Yeah, I bet. So anyways, that's all we'll be talking about the Mario movie for today. Hopefully someday we get to talk about it. You're on GigaBoots. Who knows when that might be? And whether or not we recorded another episode that should have come out first, and now everything's out of order. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Bob and I played Borderlands 2 on the Vita. Thank you, Gio Corsi.
Is a strong word.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave Legg and Gio Corsi. Finally, the Vita. The Vita is life. This port runs, no shit, at like 10 frames per second. When you hit the loading screen, it has to load the gun model. It spins on the loading screen before it can finish loading, and sometimes that takes a long time. There's sometimes scripted events in the game that just don't go off because it didn't finish loading the next area, so we spent seconds upon seconds, like I think a whole minute at one point.
Waiting for minutes, it's like, okay, what's happening?
Sanctuary, open your doors. Open your doors. I'm here. It's safe. It's going to be okay. I powered the door. Open, goddammit. And then it finally opened. The Vita sure could have been an amazing platform, but they just tried to push the worst ideas imaginable on it.
They really did.
Also, man, it's really sad that, like, one of the reasons Vita games are $50 is because it came on a cartridge instead of a really cheap to manufacture disc. It's like, yeah, that sure wasn't a solvable thing. Like a good middle ground between, like nowadays you can ship a game on a disc and it installs. And now you don't have any of the loading problems or any other problems that the UMD did.
Yeah.
But oh man.
God, they should have just stuck with UMD form factor. Like, no, the game isn't getting that much bigger, guys. It's just not.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically the Vita could do 4 gigabyte carts. Borderlands was a 4 gigabyte cart,
and they shouldn't have allowed it.
No,
clearly,
the inherent problem is that you should not have set out to port Borderlands 2 2 years after it came out to the fucking Vita.
No,
that was a mistake. You should not have done that. So, hey, talking about Sony's mistakes. You think they're going to also try to do something insane with the storage on the PS5 Portable? Instead of installing just a standard M2?
They'd be crazy
They would
to do that, but they probably will. Like they're making basically every bad decision they can.
Yup.
It's like, do you think they'll do something dumb? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean the coin seems to keep landing on heads. I'm just gonna assume heads from here on out. Oh man. God. No Microsoft to stop them now. I mean, it's true. Microsoft hasn't been a going concern in 8 years, it feels like.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, it's longer. Yeah, I don't know the last time Microsoft probably meaningfully put fear in Sony, but 8 years ago is a pretty good place to cut off, like, because Sony was still making deals. They were still making deals for like, oh, you're gonna put this Kingdom Hearts DLC on us first, and oh, you're gonna put 7 Remake on the PlayStation exclusively, and all these things, and we're greenlighting Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16. We're co-funding all of this, and then sometime after 2018, 2019, Sony just went, we don't need to try.
God, that was hard.
We're competing with the homeless man outside of the office building.
I don't understand. Those aren't service games.
Jim, go back to your office, Jim. You're drunk again.
How many Horizon games are we making?
Oh my God.
We need another one. I don't feel creatively fulfilled by just 3. I need 4.
So about how the chair company is a really good insight to crazy dipshit executives.
Yeah.
Dude just having a fucking meltdown because one of his rich friends was like, you just build boxes to put products in. That's not real life. That's boring. And then he just like has a fucking complete psychic meltdown. It's great. It's great. What a horrifying series. I don't know how else to say anything about Borderlands 2 Vita other than, oh my God, it runs like shit. It's funny. You should watch the VOD to see how shit it runs. It was a struggle to get to Sanctuary at all. It took us 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we had to try and figure out what to do with the control several times because a lot of stuff in that game has to be registered to the back touch, which is basically makes it unusable on the Vita TV. So
Also,
that was its own nightmare.
Also, we had the launch version. We didn't patch it for reasons. And then we also didn't download the 6 packs of free DLC.
Yes, we didn't get to try the new characters or anything.
Yeah, we didn't get to play as the Mech Romancer, a.k.a. Gage, a.k.a. Girlfriend Mode.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, a lot of people forgot where the phrase girlfriend mode came from. Thank God. I wish we could all just forget anyone ever said those words. But yeah, no, that's that game. And the funniest part is Chat's pointing out, like, during the fucking stream, she's not even an easy character to play once you get into her shit because they make aiming and other things harder. And I was like, I figured the guy who worked on Borderlands, because I know everyone's going to assume that was Randy Pitchford saying it. I know it's a completely vile thing. How would it not be Randy Pitchford? But it wasn't Randy Pitchford. It was someone else on the team. I assumed the thought was skills that work well without execution level being high, right? Like that would be the condescending idea of girlfriend mode. No, apparently it makes it harder to aim at other things at a higher skill level. And I'm like, what are we doing here? What is going on? Ugh. Anyway, that was a fun stream. It was a delightful time. Also, we booted Jack 2 to see how bad it runs on the Vita. Did you know it runs like fucking shit on the Vita?
Ooh.
God.
Shit's like 20 frames a second, just made me sad, and then it did something even worse, Bob.
Yeah.
It made me want to play Jack 2 again.
Oh, no.
The PC decomps right there, Noel. The best possible version of Jack 2 there will ever be.
It runs at 120 frames per second, and it's got more checkpoints.
You can do it so much faster now that you know exactly all the nuances.
That's true.
Bob can be there.
I love that. I love that for him. Look, Noel, a rake. Ooh, it is a fancy rake. Bob watches from the chair. Anyway, I like 3D platformers too much, maybe to my own detriment. Any normal person should look at a thing like Tai and be like, I should never play that.
Tai is fine.
That music
is
terrible.
Fine.
That music is terrible.
You get to hear him say, "You beauty," so many times.
You absolute beauty. Constantly.
I'm gonna have to play the third one of those, which even the developers didn't want to port to console. They only ported it to PC.
I was jazzed that he actually said "struth." I was like, yeah, I know that word.
Is developer
I know how it is.
Australia?
I'm sitting here being like,
yeah,
should I play? Okay. Should I play those Spyro games where Elijah Wood is Spyro?
Oh yeah, no, I need to know. I need to know how poorly Crash and Spyro went after Sony got out. I never did touch it back
Crash,
in the day.
I'm not interested in. Not as interested in because one of the Crash Bandicoot. The other, they didn't make Crash into Elijah Wood. They didn't be like, here is our epic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I've been watching Sheepy Hime play Tai, so that's how I've been experiencing that. And you know, I caught one of those streams while doing meal prep, and I'm listening on my AirPods, and so I just have to listen to the boss theme. That's a really cheap knockoff of the Jaws theme for way too long, which came right after the level theme that was absolutely terrible to listen to for a really long time. And in a collectathon, that kind of matters. It kind of matters that your song you're looping doesn't, drive someone fucking insane. So yeah, that's my problem with Tai. The problem with Tai. Hello. I'm an American white bitch here to say, is Tai racist? I don't care if the dev's Australian. I'm asking this question anyway.
I'm also white, so I can do it.
Florida is a lot like Australia. I'll elaborate on that later. I'll explain this statement later.
I think the most insane ones, the most insane, like, is this racist thing I've ever seen is when Horizon was first announced.
Oh yeah.
And people were like, is Aloy's hairstyle racist? And then a bunch of historians had to go, do you know what people did with their hair before 1920?
No.
Like, have you ever seen any recreations of how, like, the Vikings did their hair?
No.
That wasn't in a movie, I mean.
No, very no.
Yeah, no.
Does Assassin's Creed Valhalla count?
No.
Oh, then no.
That wouldn't come out for 3 more years. 4 more, considering when this game was announced, because it was before the game was even actually out.
True.
Right.
I do remember this. That was like the tail end era of, well, I'm a journalist, so I want to write about something important. And I cover video games because I don't cover something important. So I'm going to make it important.
Right, I'll make a controversy out of literally anything. I misheard these song lyrics. Time to write an article.
Right, that one's the peak.
Let's. There was that, and then there was when some guy at Kotaku led a campaign against an indie game that was called Starcoon because it was about a raccoon in space.
Oh no. I didn't know about that's unfortunate. That I hope the dev's okay. That seems like a lot of focus. I don't know
what they changed the name to. And then I think when the Redskins, then I think later they during the whole Redskin controversy, that same author wrote an article about the Starcoon dev made the right decision, doing what I wanted.
I think more journalists should write such terrible things more often. I think
well, nowadays it doesn't matter what journalists write because literally nobody reads any of those sites.
It's true.
That's why they're all written. They're almost universally AI generated now.
who names a game like that, a lot of people don't have exposure to all sorts of slurs and things. So a lot of people could just stumble into something like that.
Especially when it's literally about a raccoon.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I'm going to be honest, it was way after the South Park character joke that I realized what the joke was. It's like, what? He's a raccoon. Oh,
a lot of people didn't get that.
Oh no. Yeah, that was way late in life that I didn't know that was that. So I didn't know. Yeah, so Spiff's talking about never heard it referred to anything other than a raccoon. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's how this shit is. There's all sorts of... feel free to edify yourself how few slurs you know by looking up the Wikipedia list of slurs, and then ask the correct people or the various woolly ambassadors of the correct people whether or not it's okay to say those.
No.
My favorite one is honestly related to Wooly, where people started talking about the Wooly having his own Wario. But if you flip the W upside down, it forms a slur.
Is that real? No. What?
Yes.
See, I didn't even know that, and I actually have looked at the Wikipedia list of slurs because I was feeding it into a fucking caption software to not,
It is explicitly an Italian source slur for black people.
Oh.
Huh.
See, and this is what we're talking about, chat. So
there are many languages with many slurs. It's very bad.
We have so many cultures, and they come up with so many terrible and some incredibly sad slurs for people where it's just like, man, not only are you racist, you're stupid. And you all agreed to say this. You are just... Racists are so fucking stupid. Anyway, Jesus Christ. That's it. I've never...
Another very interesting slur-related anecdote is, I think it was in the early 80s.
Okay. Sounds like a place there was
some issue. No, this was not actually anybody involved doing anything wrong. It was purely an unfortunate circumstance. Not even one that knowledge could have helped. But some issue of X-Men, the narration box refers to Sabretooth as the killer Sabretooth. But the font they had picked changed killer into an anti-Semitic slur. It's kind of like how people used to say no character will ever be named Clint in comic books because Clint in the standard comic type.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Which I think is what is his stupid fucking name? I think that's what Mark Miller called his comic magazine. He just called it Clint.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Well, that's our slur roundup. Bob, did we stream anything else we streamed something else, right?
I think those were the two big streams.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I need to correct.
Okay.
It was not a typeface thing. It was somebody couldn't read the script they were given and couldn't read the word killer. So they're just like, it must be this.
No.
Oh my God! What?
No. I will post a picture of the panel in the big thing in the general. Please, obviously, do not post it. Show it to the chat.
Yeah. Okay. No. Whoa.
It was an honest mistake. It really wasn't.
That is Wolverine 131. If you want to Google it and look at it yourself.
How do you? Okay, Michael
Jesus.
Jackson.
All right.
Well then, we all learned a lot today. Bob, we didn't stream anything else, right?
I don't think so, because we didn't have time to do anything else after the Borderlands, and we didn't
feel like
do
we
anything
did
after
Friday,
Scandal.
Sunday, Tuesday, but I don't know what Sunday was if we did.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what you did on
stream.
Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Andrew,
right,
you were
right.
there.
I couldn't tell if this was a bit, so I was going to let it play out.
Look,
I think
busy.
I think you really need to put up a supercut of those takedowns.
Oh,
they are really
good.
good.
I was planning on it.
I think my favorite was Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel.
Cool. Yeah, that got dire.
Sally Acorn didn't let this guy be a freedom fighter, but he still tells everyone he was.
The first character to canonically wield a mall katana. Yeah, there were so many good ones. I still think, what was it? Was it Wild Woody who was in the seat next to you at the mandatory sexual harassment seminar? And then he goes, you just can't tell what the rules are anymore.
You know what the ending of that game is? I went and looked up what the last cutscene is.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we want.
You're never gonna fucking play that game one more second, and you know it.
Maybe it has retro achievements. I don't know.
Anyway, I have to look right now. Is anybody that desperate?
Oh, they absolutely are. They're gonna be like, show the booby picture. Show the secret booby picture.
It has retro achievements. What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's legitimately bad. Of course it has some.
But it's going, good job, Woody. You saved reality. What do you want as a reward? And his reward is for the totem pole to turn another pencil into a pencil with tits.
Of course. What else would it be?
All right.
I no longer feel bad about saying that pencil has a Dane Cook tattoo.
Well, you know, we're gonna have to stop referencing Dane Cook. He's been irrelevant for more than 10 years at this point.
It's okay. It's
he doesn't have the decency to show anybody his cock like Louis C.K. At least he stays in the news derogatory.
Jesus.
There's nobody Dane Cook can steal from, so he just stopped being in things.
I figured I'd play some Wild Woody music for chat.
Ah.
But if you draw for me a mermaid, I'll be watching her instead. You can try to write me off, but you'll be busy enough with the cannonballs are dropping and the parrot's eggs are popping. You can jump over the fire and the ropes can take you higher, but the only way to win is to complete what you'll begin. So bring it back, bring it back.
So we did.
What?
We did Wild Woody. We did.
What, 1 second. Somebody was saying the person who worked on the soundtrack, who made the soundtrack to Wild Woody, was like a future Def Leppard guitarist from like 2006 to 2012 or some shit. That was wild. I'm like, holy shit.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we did Wild Woody. We did Easy in the Quest for the Olympic Rings.
Oh, what a nightmarish creature.
Uh-huh. We did Kokoto Platform Jumper on Game Boy Advance. Guns N' Roses. Thank you, Chad. Not Def Leppard. We also did Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel, which opens with him kamikazing in a plane, sort of.
Not really, but yeah.
Not really. It's just a plane that's crashing on a beach.
Right, he got shot down.
He got shot down. Not the same thing.
He's a bold representative of the era where nobody really knew what Japanese words meant. They just knew they sounded cool.
Uh-huh.
Yup.
They didn't really know there was any difference between Japan and China either.
Nope. A pattern that held all the way to 50 Cent Blood on the Sand with his kendo moves.
It really was. I just saw the Karate Kid and I'm hopped up on Red 40.
Yeah, the good shit. I think that's everyone. No, wait. James Pond.
Yes. I feel like there's one more.
Super widget.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Super widget. Hell yeah. Now that's some music.
Zool.
That's true.
Cool.
Zool was great. You got to learn about Chupa Chups. That's it.
And we learned many times over that they should not let the Europeans make platformers.
Oh, and Bug on Sega Saturn.
Oh, yes.
There sure
Bug.
were a lot of horrible scrimblos.
We need to take another swing at Bug.
Yeah?
Like game making, not saying mean things.
Oh. I could
Maybe
stand
if
for
Bug
both.
didn't involve Bug. Maybe we just try the gameplay ideas, nothing to do with Bug himself.
It was weird when they gave Bug cheeks. He was all cheeked up. That was
He
weird.
was.
And then the game over screen had to show that off.
Yeah, they were very proud of that 3D model they made.
Sega of America really kept delivering for this fucking stream.
Didn't they do that for Wild Woody too? Didn't he have like prominent Bug cheeks?
Yeah,
I
he
maintain
had a
that was
prominent
just a
line
curve
on his eraser.
the curve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
I
think that
maintain
was
it was just a curve because it would flip back to both sides.
Well, see, I made the joke that Bug has bug cheeks because it sounds like butt cheeks. But yes, no. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't want to analyze Wild Woody enough to know. That's it. We cannot summarize that stream. You must watch it. But I am gonna do a supercut of just the takedowns.
Yeah, Edgar had some really good comments on these guys.
The Wild Woody one about him being in the fucking mandatory sexual harassment seminar at your job is gonna live with me forever. That is who that man is.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how Gex was kind of like towering over these guys.
Yeah. No, there's a like a deep sea to how bad a Scrimblow can be.
I have no idea what.
Fucking awesome possum.
Oh yeah, Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
Yeah, I was like, I felt like there was a little more. That was it.
It's Awesome Possum ellipses kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
I love his catchphrase of "I'm awesome." That really does a lot for me.
I love that he's excited whenever he's falling down, which is usually actually bad for him.
Yeah.
His suit is terrible. He's got like this awful looking wetsuit or something on. It really feels like you completely phoned in having him be a superhero. It's like, I guess they wear tights or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Dude, I think Izzy might be the worst. Out of all
He's
of them.
definitely the most bizarre creature.
That's a fucking Scrimblow that should be on a fucking neighborhood watch list. Ugh.
I think James Pond was probably the worst game, though.
Understandable.
That was genuinely
I think you picked the worst James Pond game.
Well, it was the first James Pond game, so you would hope that would be the case.
Right.
I didn't want to confuse Aggro by making him focus on RoboCod. You know?
Right.
They made an iOS James Pond game in 2011 with a Harry Potter reference as the title.
Oh no.
James Pond in the Deathly Shallows.
England
Okay,
gonna England.
That's pretty funny. That's a pretty funny parody name.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this music. It's playing Super Widget.
Wow,
music.
this looks like dog shit. Oh, it's fucking Flappy Bird.
Is it really?
Yes. It seems to have like another mechanic, but it's just Flappy.
Okay, now Harry Potter fans can finally give up Harry Potter. You have James Pond.
You deserve James Pond.
You do.
See, I get to listen to the music and have fun. My co-hosts just sit here and wonder what's happening.
Yes.
Bob, you are now free to talk about other video games.
We also, while we were out there watching the concert, we got to try Prince's Hot Chicken, which was the, I think, the first Nashville hot chicken. Or the
originator of Nashville hot chicken is what we've been told.
Right?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. That's what we've been playing, Prince's Hot Chicken. I'm not changing the title. That's what's going up there. Yeah, no, that was exquisite. I think I still have pictures of that. I feel like this is a part on Big Thing to Mention where I torture people with pictures of our food that we ate.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Chris. Normally I'd be like, it's okay, Chris. At least it wasn't good. But this is like, sincerely, some of the best chicken I've had in my life. I'm not sure if you know this about me. I've eaten a lot of fucking fried chicken. So this was the hot. The hot was perfectly temperatured. There were 3 steps above this, though. Spiff bit into the chicken tenders, which they're called jumbo chicken tenders. I'm like, ha ha ha, yeah, I'm sure. And then I was like, oh shit, actually, I'm full. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I thought I was getting totally ripped off for 4 jumbo tenders at like $12. It's like, no, they were actually huge.
Here's the extra hot chicken. 1 second. There it goes. Spiff's extra hot chicken over here with, as you can see, an insane amount of fucking spice on it. And he has removed the pickles. They are not allowed to the party. That sincerely was like some of the best fucking fried chicken I've had in my life.
It's wild how it's completely different from all the like knockoffs of it that I've had before, because so many places are doing their own Nashville's hot chicken, and they're nothing like this. Those are typically soaked in oil and kind of mildly hot. These were actually not that soaked and really hot.
Yes, they were not as drenched in oil as a lot of those places get. It still did have a decent amount of oil, which you can see in the photo. Like, there's, through the bread even, it has just started soaking through. Yeah, these were stellar. I did not think I liked Nashville hot chicken until I ate these. Go figure, I go to Nashville and find out I like Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, I should have ordered more, but I don't know. I should go there just for food, because the cool thing was, like, this was in an area near the concert hall, which did it's like, imagine a building where an entire floor of it is just a food court with a bunch of different places to eat, and then there's a bridge in between the two buildings, and there's another fucking entire floor of a food court over there too. So there's so many fucking places to eat.
Yeah, they a bunch of them looked really good.
Uh-huh.
And then we got there too late, so we didn't get the donuts.
Yeah, I didn't even tell anyone about that.
Oh.
I didn't tell anyone about my immense disappointment that this legendary donut place right next to this sold out of all of their donuts 5 hours plus before closing, so I didn't get to try it. Really bummed out.
But yeah, there was a shawarma place, there was a banh mi place, there was Indian food, this food court had everything. And then we, on the way to the actual concert hall itself, we found, what was it? Street Country
Music Euros is what they called
Country Music
it.
Euros.
I don't know why they called it that.
No.
But their menu was fucking vast.
Yes.
But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today, Chad.
No.
I am here to tell you about the other place right next to the concert hall in Nashville, right across the road. Sure. Spiff, don't spoil it. I needed like 10 more seconds to get this image on screen. Why you gotta do this, man? It's okay. Listeners don't know. YouTube people also don't know. Hey, I know you said you saved this image, but now you're not like showing that you saved this image.
I turned it into WebP. It's gone. It's erased from the archives.
I would prefer you not do that for future reference. Okay. Oh my god. Now that it has a unique name, you have okay. Anyways. So there was a fucking place, a truck next to it that sold hot dogs and ice cream, and it was called Skeet Skeet Hot Dog.
Delightful.
Yes, they were playing the song.
They were blaring that song.
It was on loop, I think.
So anyways, we didn't get anything from there. Again, we were full of Nashville hot chicken. We didn't have space. They know what they did? Of course they know what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something you can accidentally do, guys.
No.
Anyway. Oh, right. This is me in I look tired mode because my face tracking software had to get closed so I could dig out that image, and I just look really tired. I'm like, do we have to talk about the industry? Yes, Noel. There we go. Yeah, no. Princess Hot Chicken is delicious. Why didn't they set up a Princess Hot Chicken in our town? That's so much better than Hattie B's. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I think that's the name of it.
I keep calling it Maddie B's as a joke on Maddo B.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which they aren't terrible, but
they're not terrible.
Prince's
is
way better. Jeez.
Prince's Hot Chicken was so good. Anyways, that's enough of that. Bob, what you been playing?
I got farther in Neo 3. I actually literally got to the final boss. Which has been the game got tough again because I stopped playing it for weeks. And I had to just get readjusted to playing the end of the game.
Now,
I was like, oh, this sucks.
Did you do the double boss fight, or did you eliminate him by doing side content?
I did all the side content, so whatever double boss fight
remember the dude that turns into the big double fish statues?
Yeah.
If you haven't done the side content to kill Okita Soji, he's there before that guy.
Oh, do you have to fight them in a row or both at once?
Yes. You have to fight them in a row with no checkpoint between them. But if you go out into the open world and kill him, he's just gone.
Good. I would like to have seen the cutscene that would introduce that, but no, that's great. Because man, yeah, the Okita Soji, the Sojiro fight was really good when I found him in the open world.
Did you what summons did you rock at the end of the game?
I am still using God, what is that? The Daijoji? No, I forget her name.
Doji?
Yeah,
giant electrical claw.
Where she just comes out and punches the ground with her enormous fist of electricity.
Yeah, I got an armor set that's like 15% of the time it doesn't use them.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, did you get the shrapnel bomb?
I did get the shrapnel bomb.
Isn't that one of the funniest items in any game?
It is really goofy. I only turn it on for certain for boss fights because in normal play it's like this is just absurdly overkill.
If you get if you build like an untouched ninjutsu set too, you can just like, if you get lucky, you just throw it like 5 times at the same boss and take like 60% of its health. That's what happened to like the third big demon, optional demon, the one that has the cannon.
Oh yeah, no, I got it pretty late, so I didn't get the best round with that guy because that dude hardly moves. I'm sure he just vaporizes.
Even the final boss, I'm like, you stand still too long in this segment, die.
Yeah, I gotta re-equip it for that because I like having the ninjutsu that you get them near the end of the game where they're like the super magic. So I have the electric one and the fire one, and the electric one just shoots out a beam straight. And it does like 3,000 damage.
I was so comfortable with my bomb and my pinwheel shuriken and my my throwing my kunai, because at the end of the game, like once I had gotten my weapon stat as high as I wanted, I started dumping into the have your ninjutsu do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
And with another buff I got from an armor set, that just did stupid amounts of damage.
Yeah, no, they are kind of busted. I also completely maxed out the skill thing, so I had the strong ninjutsu, and yeah, it was those spells were doing like 3,000 plus damage each time I'd use them. It's kind of ludicrous. And then, unlike the other spells in the game, you just hit the enemies to get it reactivated. You don't need to have like, oh, I only have so many uses of this before I have to go back and like to a campsite and recharge it. So yeah, I have that, and then the kunai, because that game, it's a little frustrating if you don't have something to show out like that for when it like shows bees at you. And they just fly around just barely above your head, and it's like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, if anything, there's kind of the problem where like I very rarely ended up using samurai very much later in the game. Like the only thing I would use it for is I would put a really strong weapon on it, and then if I did the burst counter, I'd hit them a little bit with that. But like ninja just does so much more damage, and you use so much less stamina, and it like you're more fragile, but just don't get hit.
Yeah, because you're not like super durable even in samurai mode. The
Like
only reason
my
I started
tonfas were doing so much damage by the end.
The only reason I started using samurai more near the end of the game is I found a skill that I could equip that made it so all the weapon stats that are affecting the weapon for the ninja, those are identical for samurai. So you can use whatever samurai weapon you want, and it's going to be just as powerful as your ninja weapon. So that was cool. I think if I used any other weird things. It feels like there's a ton of different cool setups you can make in this game. I'm kind of excited to beat it and then at some point play it through again. I wanted to mess with...
I played through the post game a little bit and started building I just looked up like what is the build to be Spellman?
Okay.
And looking at some of these armor bonuses, it's like no wonder people like this. It seems like the Diablo stuff turns on for real in post game.
That's what happens in every Neo game. That's what I've heard. And I've never done a ton of that post game stuff.
Yeah, they're so fucking long already.
Right.
New Game Plus is kind of interesting because everything you did stays done.
Oh? Huh.
You get a resource called like Memory Dust or something that can turn it back on in New Game Plus mode. It'll be like it'll bring it back so you can do it again.
Neat. And it's a harder, I assume?
Yes. And when I mean stuff stays done, like the major enemies wandering around come back. But like enemy bases, and I think enemy bases also come back. But like the lesser crucibles, the combat rooms where you have to break the thing at the end, those stay gone, and you keep all your fast travel points.
That's good, man. That sounds like a fun New Game Plus.
I just kind of bashed my way through the first area, just beat the boss to death, and I'm like, okay, that's neat, but I have other things to play now.
Right, yeah, this game is too huge. I'm really looking forward to doing the double ninja swords, and because those are apparently built towards the magic stats more. So then I just switch everything up for Omnio magic. See how that goes. Because a lot of those spells do seem pretty cool too. Yeah, I started to find stuff like, oh yeah, you can use them while moving at full speed, or you could cast them faster, and I'm like, oh wow, that would make them pretty OP. Yeah, soon I'll actually finish it and whatnot, which is good because there are other games I should play. Speaking of, I did play one other thing. It's not new though. I played Punch-Out on NES.
Whoa!
Oh,
what? Getting practicing for when you inevitably have to get NES hard.
I'm seeing if that's even something feasible.
Oh shit! One moment, Mike Tyson's. Did you play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, or was it Mr.
I actually don't know. I think I ended up just going to Punch-Out without any like Mike Tyson before, so it probably just was Wonder whatever.
With Bob, Mr. Dream is what his name is.
Mr. Dream. Bob, chat feels robbed that you got hard off stream.
Don't worry, I did not.
Look, it's fine. I think that is completely a viable thing. It might just take 6 hours. Because for me to beat Mike Tyson in 3 tries on stream took 25 hours of practice. It did not take 25 hours of practice for me to beat him at all.
I feel like this may be if this stream ever happened, the Mike Tyson Bob Punch-Out stream, the whole premise of the stream is failure is hanging thick in the air. This is the biggest prediction you will ever have to make.
I have faith in Bob.
But yeah, I got as far as Hippo, I think is his name.
King Hippo.
Yeah.
King Hippo.
He was in Captain N, remember?
Oh yeah, he was.
That's him.
I guess we'll have to watch some more of it because Aggro got to escape that.
Oh god.
Aggro will understand what I say when I go, If they ever bring this back, Nintendo is washed. It's over.
Dude.
My God, no, I remember Captain N.
We're like, do we have to hit you with the content stick? We hit you with Rise of Skywalker. We'll hit you with Captain N too.
I remember seeing commercials for Captain N back in the day and being like, that's sick. Oh, I've got to watch that. That looks awesome. And then I saw it.
You know, this is funny because I made it all the way to like the YouTube retro gaming content era without ever having an exposure to Captain N.
Oh,
that's crazy.
So when people were like, here's Captain N, I'm like, you're making this shit up? This is as real as all those Europeans I watch review microcomputer games, and they're talking about the Smiths. And I'm like, ain't no motherfucking Smiths. You're making these Smiths up.
What's really funny is that I had zero experience with the show, but I had a book of the Captain N Valiant comics, which are way better than that show. Although, as I think I've mentioned here and there, we got the bum version of the show when we watched it, because the gimmick of that show was every episode had a cover of a popular song.
Yeah, it was like
that was just not in the version that were uploaded. Like the episode we had with one of them had Thriller, which sure would have made that scene with no music.
No, it had music.
Makes
it just
sense.
had really
bad.
unremarkable music. Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of YouTube uploads of series with unremarkable music instead of what they had originally,
Daria.
No, Iron Chef.
It's wild that of all things.
They have Iron Chef up on YouTube. They wouldn't pay the licensing for the original Japanese music, I guess.
It feels like that's such generic music. There's no way it would have been that expensive, but who knows?
I think it's amazing. I think that soundtrack is awesome. I think it goes hard. They have so much emotion in every track in the original Japanese Iron Chef. I love it. It's the backdraft theme. That's true. Was they stole from the backdraft theme? Yes. I don't mean the theme song even. The secret ingredient theme and countless other themes they used are just gone now. So what they replaced it with on the YouTube upload, which you can go watch, by the way. It's up on YouTube for free. In America, anyways. And I hear it's on Hulu and other places. I don't know what the music's like over there. It sounds like derogatory PS1 music. Derogatory. Like, here's a JRPG that makes ancient Roman look high quality. Anyways, Bob, you were talking about Punch-Out?
Yeah, Punch-Out. I don't really like the way this game plays. For people who don't know how the stamina system works in Punch-Out, which I didn't really understand.
Yeah, I still don't really understand it.
I looked that up because I was having so much trouble actually getting anywhere in this game. If you punch and it's blocked, you lose stamina point.
Yes.
There's no way to regain that stamina point, basically. So it feels like you need to just suss out, you try every little thing and just expect to fail 100 times in a row to get something done.
The main thing, there's only 2 fights where the stamina really comes into play, because most of the time it's just supposed to be there's King Hippo, and then the second time you fight Adam Sandler. But
Adam Sandler,
Don Flamenco.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not really supposed to hit your guys except as a counter, and you lose stamina. I think you only lose stamina when you hit their guard.
Right. If they block it, that's when you lose stamina.
Yeah, and then if you run out, you have to dodge for a little while until you get stamina.
It makes
back.
your dodging feel terrible when you're out of
It
stamina,
does.
It feels like there's no way to regain it. It just sucks. Don Flamenco, the first fight, is where I got really upset because he won't attack. He just won't. So I'm just sitting there
yeah, you just
have to
the first
stamina.
time you fight Don Flamenco, I think if you just hit him once and then just go left, right, he never snaps out of it. You just clobber him into a corpse immediately.
I guess I didn't have the timing right on switching between the punches, because it felt like, okay, I get in this many.
It might be some other combo. It might be left, right or something. But I have faith that Bob could defeat Mike Tyson if it comes down to such a goal.
I feel like this whole game is like just something like, no, I'd have to look up the strategy for each guy, and that's not fun. Like it's not enjoyable.
I just thought everyone could look upon Adam Sandler and Don Flamenco and make their own decision here.
The original Don Flamenco sprite, like, it cracks me up because it looks like it's some meme image. Like, I can't even, I don't even know which one it is.
Don Flamenco's like, feels good, man.
Unfortunately, here, this image we have here cuts out the feet because the feet are what really sell it to me. Of like,
really?
I've seen something else, like draw a pixel art character in this exact stance, and it's just hilarious.
So what you're talking about? Something like that?
No, his regular boxing stance, not his dance.
You've made my job very difficult on this day.
Yes, I don't know if you'll even be able to get it. That's fine.
I got it.
Oh no, it's so tiny.
It's okay. The NES is very tiny.
That's true.
240p.
Oh, that's rough. That's really
there you
rough.
go. See, they can make it out now. With this, I get what you're saying. The perspective trick has made him look like he's nervous and standing weirdly.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
And I think he has one where he puts his right leg out a little more, and it looks almost like he's doing a dance.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, hey, streamers, your upscaling options, they matter. Use your scale filters. They're important.
But yeah, then after I got past him the first time and got to Hippo, it was like, oh, he blocks basically everything. Okay. What do? I can try all of these things, but then I'm out of stamina, and then I basically lost the entire match, and I have to go back to the beginning of the last match.
Did you get to the between rounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think Doc actually does. I think Doc actually does give hints sometimes.
Sometimes, but usually he's just like, you seal a deal, Mac, or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I know. The only one he really gives advice for is King Hippo, because he's the only one you can't figure out by just fighting him. But yes, most of it is like, now listen here, Mac, hit him without getting hit.
Yes. You consider this
there's a reason they made him cartoonishly useless in Punch Out Wii, where he's like, what's your favorite flavor of chocolate bar, Mac? Now, Bob, do you want to know the secret to King Hippo? Do you want to know King Hippo's
he
weakness?
was gonna be like, do you want to know what his favorite roses or favorite flowers? Anyway, what's up, Chris?
Yeah, what is the secret to King Hippo?
You punch him when he opens his mouth.
So, hey,
eventually, Doc will say, when he opens his big mouth, shut it, or something to that variety.
I'm noticing something. Bob, maybe you'll agree. I think the only way this stream is happening, where Bob has to get NES Heart of Mike Tyson punch out, is that Chris has to be his coach.
Oh my god.
Oh no, somebody's gonna draw me as the terrible coach from Hajime no Ippo who sent that guy to his dad.
That would be awesome. That would be so good. Oh man,
I would be willing to do this though.
This would be awesome. More oxygen, Bob. Bob and the Ippo.
I am so
both
sad
dead.
that they did not dub the later seasons of Ippo so I could get Richard Epcar yelling that, because he's the voice actor for the coach in the dub.
Oh no.
Oh man. So there you go. I guess if that's ever gonna happen, we're gonna have to put a hard timer on it, and we're gonna have to have Chris. And Chris and Bob will both have to serve some sort of punishment if they do not succeed. There has to be something on the line. And if you win, then I have to do some punishment. So we have to concoct what that would be. something tells me for me it's ActRaiser 2.
Oh.
It's one of the only retro gaming sticks you can shake at me.
I don't know. I've long suspected that's some Briar Patch shit.
It's excruciating. I can't believe they did that to that game.
Yeah, listen to it.
I kinda like that
please,
game.
Don't make me play ActRaiser 2.
I kind of like ActRaiser 2.
Wait, what?
I kind of like ActRaiser 2. It's not the worst game you can play on Super Nintendo.
Well, fucking yeah, that's Mr.
It is a case where they just like, yeah, we removed this entire element of the game, and I'm like, that's what made it distinct. Your platforming certainly didn't feel good enough to be by itself.
Oh, don't worry, we made it feel worse. Don't worry, we made the action sequences worse in every way possible. Don't worry, it has more systems. That makes it gooder.
It's true.
So upsetting. ActRaiser 2 is such a fucking betrayal. Act 2 has a ton of cool shit. Yeah, that's fucking great. The Dead Mall has some cool dudes there. I don't want to hang out at the Dead Mall. Ugh. Fucking ActRaiser 2. God. Ugh. Make Noel play Cabela's game. A Cabela's game would be way more fun than ActRaiser 2. You fucking kidding me? Fuck ActRaiser 2. Anyways, Bob, you were saying?
That's everything I played.
Oh, everything. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I did not really fucking busy. Stuff.
Yeah.
We streamed 3 times. So we streamed 4 days. I don't know why your webcam's now decided you must be blurry. But Bob, you have been
it keeps doing that. I'm not sure why.
I could remove the background removal and we could at least figure out what it's focusing on. Should I do that? Am I allowed?
I guess.
Do you have a giant,
there's nothing back there.
Are your taxes like printed out on a 13 by 15 inch print?
Yeah, I think there's something back there, but they're laying flat.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's going to see anything. Yeah,
okay,
no, there's nothing back there.
Bob is currently living in, when you only look at this one part of his entire house, what Raiden's room looked like when he got lectured.
Yes.
Bob, I went over to your house. There was nothing on the walls, Bob. It was empty like your soul. Rose has never heard of male living spaces.
Right. No.
That was I think the first time in my very young life I'd just gone, Jack, you've got to drop her, man.
Yeah, this is worrying, Jack.
Jack, have you considered becoming a homicidal maniac? You should consider this right now. I'm telling you, as your male, what do they call it? Fucking, I'm your male role model leadership here. I'm a podcaster. Kill her, Jack. Kill Rose.
Oh my God.
Also buy my supplements.
They'll make you beautiful.
God, that's something we didn't talk about. We also ate the low-calorie, high-protein peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh. The sopping wet peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know what you're thinking. Oh, why is the jelly wet? The jelly isn't wet. The peanut butter's sopping wet.
The peanut butter is wet. I made it to his specifications, too, and it was just wrong.
There was a puddle of peanut butter around each of the fucking sandwiches on their keto-ass bread. By the way, the peanut butter is made by, what was it? It was, PB2, water, and
protein powder.
Zero everything, basically. Was it just Oikos Greek yogurt?
Yes, Oikos Greek yogurt.
And what protein powder brand was that? It was a whey.
OxyPure?
Yeah.
I think.
So you just blend those and you do it to specifications, then it becomes sopping wet. I don't like peanut butter and protein described as sopping. Sopping wet. That's what this sandwich was. It is as gross as it sounds. It was terrible.
Yeah, no, that is mixing 2 different sugar replacements. You don't even just have just one. That's 2 different ones.
Yeah, it's Splenda.
I wonder
stevia,
how it would be if you just cut the protein powder out.
Even wetter.
Yeah, you'd have to have something else.
Use more PP2. Use more PP2 to dry it out.
Yeah, at some point, I feel like you're better off just cutting the notion that it's peanut butter.
Honestly, at some point, you're better just like, you already have keto bread.
Uh-huh.
You already have this 0 added sugar, high fiber jelly.
Uh-huh.
Just use some fucking peanut butter.
Yeah, live with just a little bit of peanut butter. Come on.
By the way, is what I've been eating since, because I now have these tiny slices of keto bread in my kitchen. And I'm like, I'm just going to make the tiniest, most insulting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches of my life.
What everybody says about dieting is like, you know how you succeed at your diet? You don't remove the things you like to eat. You eat a small amount of them in conjunction with other things that are better for you. So a peanut butter and jelly were the most important element of it. The peanut butter was the same and everything else is healthy, is a lot smarter than making some fucked up nightmare peanut butter with protein powder and PB2 and Greek yogurt.
But that guy said that low calorie, high protein peanut butter and jelly sandwich saved his life. And nowadays he's so pink. He's so pink and alive and vascular. And
Did he throw it at a mugger?
yes, it froze them like a concrete. This is like a cartoon. He threw the peanut butter on them. It dripped down them entirely, and then they were frozen in place.
It does. When it dries, it becomes like, you know, when you have Elmer's glue, it dries on your hands. It's like that.
Yeah.
The sad thing is I am contemplating making some fucked up cream cheese horror.
Oh, yeah?
Because I like bagels and cream cheese, but cream cheese is a lot of calories.
It is a lot of calories.
I was thinking of using a yogurt press on zero-fat Greek yogurt and doing like half and half, like mixing cream cheese with the dried, the strained Greek yogurt.
Wouldn't Neufchâtel be like?
Yeah, I should probably just get that.
Just get Neufchâtel. I feel like that's...
or switch to whipped, because then you can just use less and it still has kind of volume because there's air whipped in.
Does anyone make a whipped Neufchâtel?
I don't think so. No, they also just zero fat cottage cheese. Not cottage cheese. A cream cheese is a non-starter. That's terrible. You are not supposed to use that as a thing you eat. It's supposed to be an ingredient in things.
Zero fat
cream cheese. They make that.
Cream cheese?
They also make zero fat cream cheese. I mean, cottage cheese. They make both.
Zero fat cream cheese. I don't
Comes
know
in a pink box at Walmart. I bet they have it. So when's the next stream goal? The soulless low carb bagel plus zero fat cream cheese.
Never.
That sounds better than the Oreo. The zero calorie Oreo.
Zero calorie Oreo.
Which was actually like 5 calories.
Yeah, technically it has 5 calories, but I'm not doing that because that child who shilled that video is like evil. He's literally selling supplements to make people beautiful. He's like, buy my supplement, it makes you beautiful. It's a vial of liquid. I'm sending it to you, specific person. More people should buy this for me. I'm obviously a scammer grifter child who is the child of rich people. And I'm like, yep, nope. I hate you. You're awful. The fucking Oreo hardtack. That is literally what's up.
Yeah.
Why is he selling the substance? To sell the substance. That's it. There's no explanation necessary. Anyway. Oh, chat says they'll buy supplements for me. Okay, cool. They make you really red. That's all it does. Hey, Aggro. Here, almost 2 hours into our podcast, I will ask you, what have you been playing?
I, for some reason, started playing Fallout New Vegas this week.
Okay.
VR chat, Fallout New Vegas. You play Celeste yet?
Serial experiments, lane wall scroll, history with My Little Pony.
Yeah,
no, I'm pretty sure that makes me a crypto fascist. That's we got that one explained.
You know what? I need to. You know what? I need to fucking the whole. Everybody dunks on that conservative brony comic when the whole point is that they were throwing him out. He is not the average case or even a large plurality. That was you can't make fun of that comic and then think that it's mostly him.
I don't
what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't even know what comic you're talking about. I just ran into a few Nazi bronies back in the day.
You've never seen the Life is Hard for a Conservative Brony comic?
No.
It doesn't come to mind.
No, but literally, this is you get the fork of the road. You transition or you become an insane right-wing Nazi Brody. That's the meme. The meme is that.
Look, all I got to say about the brony community is that they had a lot of conventions where it was them and little girls, and not a lot of other fan bases could have not fucked up the way they did.
It's true.
Like I want you to, I want to go to the timeline where 50% of Evo attendants are girls under 12 and see how that goes.
No! How dare you put that image in my brain? Oh my god!
Anyway, I posted the comic for Aggro to enjoy.
Good for him. Good for him. Aggro. Did you do this on the day of visibility too? Did that just coincidentally happen for you?
Oh God, did I? Shit.
You got any mirrors near your gaming room? How was Fallout New Vegas? You ever played it before? You ever play Fallout
No,
before?
I never played it. I recalled standing in a Kmart holding a box of the PS3 version going, should I? Should I buy this? People keep telling me it's Oblivion with guns. Mm-hmm. It turns out they weren't wrong to say it.
Yeah, technically true statement, I suppose.
It was more said about Fallout 3 because that was the one actually made by Bethesda proper.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people making comics where you would get... No, that was when, that was, God, I forget. That was Fallout 4 that we got the radiation shouts joke. That then became real in Starfield. What the fuck?
Yup. It was really weird seeing this whole new batch of NPCs in a completely different context do the Oblivion head tilt, then head tilt to the side, then slowly tilt up animation while they're talking that they all do every time you talk to them. I gotta say, playing this game has led me to the realization that we are never getting another good Elder Scrolls game.
I have faith. I'm gonna have faith in the Elder Scrolls 6 that even if they just make Skyrim again, that's good enough.
Yeah, but they won't.
They might. Starfield clearly
magic
didn't work out the way they wanted.
Because even Skyrim was going in the wrong direction. The magic of Elder Scrolls games has to be made by absolute freaks who do not care about the user experience of their game.
I don't know, based on what I played on Starfield, I wouldn't say the people who made that cared about the user experience.
Like, I started this game, and I walk out of the starting house. I'm in the starting town. I'm walking around. I walk into a shop. They're playing Big Iron on the radio. I'm like, okay, I get the vibe. I find the NPC who's like, I'm going to do your basic tutorial. So I follow her out of town to learn to shoot a gun and to crouch walk and all that stuff. She's like, go bring me 2 things. Which sent me just to walk back the way we came into town and pick up a couple of plants off the ground that are marked on the map if you pull up your Pip-Boy and look at it, but in no way delineated in the UI or on the screen as what you're looking for. And then just walk back the way you went originally to get back to her, because this is how quest design was back in the day. Like I got to re-experience all of this great old school goodness, like walking across the open world for 15 minutes, getting jumped by 3 NPCs with no recourse and no ability to win that fight, dying, and reloading back at the last door I walked through 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you need to train yourself to hit that quick save button.
Oh yeah, no, that has been a rough learning curve.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this earlier. What sort of fucking society are we? That we have an escape button, a delete button, but no save button on a fucking keyboard.
That is weird.
What the fuck is weird wrong that we with have us as a fucking civilization that we see the obvious need for those other 2 things? But the thing you need to be doing most, saving what's important to you. We didn't fucking put that on a key.
It's very important that we have all these F keys that don't do anything in most applications.
We have 12 of them.
It is like
some keyboards have 16.
Like we have like I use page up and page down instead of using a scroll wheel. I don't feel like that's super common.
I'm gonna now respond to chat. Chat is out here. We do, Noel. It's F5. Go to your browser. Hit F5. It's between F4 and F7. You have just underscored the entire point here. It needs to be...
Yeah, that's a refresh on browsers for the record.
It needs to be a dedicated fucking button. It needs to be a bespoke fucking key to save. And then if you want to save a new version,
I've never wanted to hit ever?
Saved key. Fuck.
I don't think I've ever intentionally hit the Windows key, being like, I want the Windows menu up.
I use it for commands.
I use it to move around windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's it.
But you know, there is this scroll lock and pause button.
Yeah.
Those are just outdated. They never are used anymore.
Or break. When's the last time anyone used their break key?
I don't think I have a break key. Where is it?
I do. It's above my page up.
Now that's pause. Pause and break, I think, are interchangeable.
Yes.
Like, my keyboard has a light button.
What?
It has a light button for the lights on the keyboard.
Oh, yeah. That's normal. Yeah, that's because they...
Yeah.
Why is it a normal key? It should be like switch up at the top. So it's not a key that you can accidentally hit.
A lot of them are that. Mine are separated and... Where did they put it on your keyboard? Where's it sitting? Where's your light key? So, seriously, what the fuck? How insane. Like, how many of us have used the pause break button in the last, like, since DOS?
I've never used the right-hand shift key in my life.
Yeah, we're taught to do it, but I don't.
I use it to do line breaks because I'm hitting it along with enter. Since they're next to each other, it's easy. You know, if you don't want to send a message and you just want to do line breaks, it's good for that. But yeah, no, we could have put it anywhere. There's so much space on the keyboard. And this would be different if it was a thing that we got rid of eventually. But somehow, prehistoric, as in 1980s, man did not see the need for a save key, but escape and delete. Anyways, sorry, Aggro. Continue about Fallout New Vegas.
I gotta say, I got a tremendous amount of joy out of following up on my threat to every time I encountered something in this Fallout game that I had seen emulated, copied, or iterated on in another game to go like, oh, cool. Just like the Outer Worlds.
Great. Awesome.
Happy for you.
I gotta say, after several hours, you know, I finally settled in and figured out like which guns I was using, what perks it was giving me, what I'm going to focus on, how to manage my inventory, what's worth keeping, what's worth selling, all this, you know, managing my inventory. And I'm like, okay, I think I've got this down. I understand how combat works. I really love the real VAT system. That's just cool as shit. I think I've got a handle on the difficulty curve of this game. And then I recruited my first companion. He was a man named Boone. I found him in a dinosaur, and he has a sniper rifle. I walked out to the next area with this guy behind me, and I saw a shape off in the distance. And I pulled out my binoculars, and I looked at it, and I think that's one of those feral ghouls I've heard about. And I saw it look up and start walking toward me, and the music did the "you're in combat now" thing, and there were not more than 3 frames between that happening and the cinematic death animation turning on because Boone had turned the feral ghoul off from 300 yards.
Yeah, Boone is fantastic.
I just don't see enemies sometimes until the cinematic death cam pops off. I just walk through facilities and Boone will go like, I see you, and run around the corner and well, sorry.
What guns you going with?
I somehow ended up using pistols. I've got a weathered 10mm pistol that is the most egregiously boxy sci-fi, what even is this firearm thing I've ever seen. But it's working for me. I've got that and a 357 and a 9mm.
Okay. What traits did you pick?
Did
you pick Wild Wasteland? That's the most important one.
That's the one that gives you a bunch of goofy enemies, right?
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird things that it does, and whenever you stumble on one, because the Vault Boy with like swirly eyes appears up in the corner with like a X-File sound.
Jesus, no, I have not selected that yet.
Oh, you have to select a character creation.
Oh yeah, that thing. Okay.
So I'm just thinking Aggro's shitty. Oh, say it's like the Outer Worlds, and I'm like, Aggro reading about how Obsidian got fucked up by their publisher after releasing Fallout New Vegas. Like, just like the Outer Worlds 2.
Yup. I think the only things I've picked so far are like reload your guns faster and do more damage with pistols. I really love, it's at the beginning of one of these RPGs where it's like, put points in stats in this really cute but terrible to navigate strength tester menu that you have to wait for the animation to cycle every time you go left or right again.
Wait.
Like, put points in your stats. What do the stats do? Oh, this kinda. Okay. I look forward to getting most of the way through the game before realizing that I either spread them out too much or wasted focusing them too much.
Aggro, how are you playing this?
I got it on Steam and then downloaded 900 billion mods to make it stable.
This is bullshit. You should have had to play it on fucking PS3.
No.
No,
I mean,
fuck that.
It still crashed twice.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking Bethesda game on PC.
So.
There is no Bethesda game on PC that will not crash.
And it's not even like, it like started to stutter and then like broke down. No, it's just pop. It's gone. There's your desktop.
Wow. I knew those games were busted, but I didn't think it was that extent. I thought the mods would at least stop that.
The mods made it happen 90% fewer times than it would have.
It's fucking weird. Like, this is a PS3 ass looking game running
Sure
at,
fucking is.
it bottoms out at like 90 frames a second, gets up to like 160. It ranges in there pretty wildly, but the whole time it's running at a ludicrous frame rate for a game that looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Ludicrous good.
No, yeah, it's great.
Okay.
I was like, oh man, I don't really play games on PC that often, so I'm like, oh, this is that thing I never get to experience, and then the game crashed.
I'm just excited for someone, the LSS5 to come out, and for someone to patch in support into this game, and then for someone on a tech YouTube channel to be like, I think this is the way.
I want to see Oblivion to Fallout New Vegas models DLSS'd. I want this. They won't look human.
God, yeah, that'll make a terror of some sort.
Yeah. This really was a whole process of like, man, right here is when people started going like, like, I don't think textures need to get better than this. Like the polygon counts got a little better, but really like it's animation and game feel that drastically improved.
Mm-hmm.
Visuals started slowing down at about this point, and playing through this game really hammers home like, wow. No wonder this industry is crumpling into itself. We waste so much money on shit that didn't need to be that much better.
Yeah,
right.
Like, think about this. Every game that ships now probably costs 5 times as much as that game. At a minimum.
Yeah.
At a minimum. That's fucking insane.
Yep.
I bet Starfield costs more than 5 times. I bet Starfield costs... I'm gonna go see if we could get budget numbers for Fallout New Vegas, of all things.
It's been really great realizing that while the iconography of this game and references to it are inescapable.
8 to 9 million.
8 to 9
Jesus,
million.
that's
Okay.
fantastic.
Modern games are much more expensive than that.
I now genuinely need all executives to go, because at the end of 7th Gen, we were hearing about publishers like putting the noose around, like executives putting the noose around studios next because their game only sold 2 or 3 million on a budget of like 20 or 30. And it's like, you human scum. Like, now we're at the point where none of your shit makes money, but you keep going. Like, more, spend more.
Yeah.
That's how you get more people to buy it, by spending more money.
Shouldn't you be spending that more money in the marketing department instead?
Can't wait for GTA 6 to come out.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking insane. All of that.
Yeah,
insane.
no, it coming out after literally the entire economy's crashed is perfect. It's like the absolute summation of everything our industry's been building towards.
I genuinely wonder how much at Rockstar are they just staring at that being like, fuck. We needed like 20 million PS5s to be sold in the quarter we launched to even have a shot of getting into the black. We're fucked.
And now PS5s are more expensive. Yeah, no, it's over.
Like, even if that game's budget is merely $1 billion, merely, that's like 25 million sales to get in the black.
I want to live in the timeline where Rockstar sues Sony over mismanagement. Like, we had an expectation you wouldn't fuck this up.
If the game even makes this year, which is still really up in the air considering they've had all these labor issues since they announced that delay. Like, I definitely think it's going to be one of those things where, like, will it be profitable? Sure. But with how much you spent and how long it took, everybody's going to wonder why you bothered. It's like, we were still selling 40 million copies of GTA 5 a year to the people who just wanted the cards in it. We didn't get more money from those people, and we didn't get enough money from normal people to make up the development costs and all the delays and all the marketing. So why did we do this for?
Mouth opens, 56K modem sound comes out.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking about when after I walked from one town to the next, I pulled up the world map and zoomed all the way out and went, Jesus, that's it? Oh my God,
yeah, nowadays
that's
if that happened in a game, I'd come.
Yeah, like,
I'd be like, that's
damn,
it? Really?
That looks manageable. I really am looking forward, as I was saying before, the iconography of this game and references to it are everywhere. But I realized in playing it, like, oh wait, I don't really have much cultural osmosis knowledge of the stuff that's actually in this game. I know what the cover looks like, and that guy's holding a weird California flag. Well, can't wait to end up fucking up this whole playthrough and siding with the wrong faction.
It is very easy to not side with the wrong faction in Fallout New Vegas.
Oh my God. I did get to have the greatest point at the screen moment in the beginning when the guy tells you the game was rigged from the start. It's like, oh, that's where that's from.
And it's Chandler Bing.
The budget on Fallout 76 was approximately $100 million.
Now, is that every single thing they've made for it since it came out?
Probably not, I'm guessing.
That game has nothing in it.
The funny thing is we don't have official numbers on the budgets of
any
Fallout
too.
other than the first one, which the first
it's
one...
like I keep saying, it ought to be industry standard to release your budgets like Hollywood. The only reason it isn't is because these publishers want to lie to their investors before financials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It would be nice to have a lot more transparency. Even still, Fallout New Vegas being clearly a almost fan game built on the skeleton of the tech that that Bethesda made, and the staff being very small, 58 people. Yeah, no, those budgets must be unbelievably small.
Oh my god, playing this game on a solid state drive is amazing.
Real quick,
like
I just want to make one last point, and then I'm done. We keep hearing from people, oh, it's the cost of living going up that makes these so expensive. I've seen so many. I've been seeing so many journalists being like, it's the cost of labor.
I'll hit you with a rock, motherfucker.
So many of them have been saying this, and I'm like, Fallout New Vegas was made by 58 people. 58.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe you could argue that if every developer and Jason Schreier wasn't putting out like exposés being like, yeah, at this studio, tons of people sat doing nothing for 6 months because their job relied on someone else who hadn't done their job. Because guess what? 4,000 people across the planet, all of whom's jobs require interacting with each other, can never make anything efficiently. It is forced to be mismanaged.
Yep.
It's like, God, yeah, the price of developing a game would have gone up, would go up with cost of living and inflation. Also, we colossally, massively inflated every aspect of game development, which compounded itself with diminishing returns and it being harder to manage. I'm willing to bet if you took 50 people and had them make a game, with the improvements in tools, it probably wouldn't be that much more expensive than it was 10 years ago. If you kept it to 50 people and made a sanely scoped thing.
Mm-hmm.
How about you ship a fucking big IP game with 58 people and we'll talk about how much the cost of living was at fault here, motherfucker?
Like, Nintendo does that all the fucking time. That's practically their bread and butter. Pokemon Z-A had a budget of like $16 million. Which you can tell.
You can tell.
Yeah.
But you could double that and you wouldn't be able to tell as much and it would still be a tenth as much as any Sony game.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It is insane to think about. We shipped the game in an important IP with 2-digit number of staff.
Right? Yeah, no, we probably don't need more than 100 people working on any game.
Yeah, maybe that would help us.
Imagine how many more games you could make.
Yes,
if you have a bunch of small teams.
Imagine how much you finish your game when it's only that many people. Wow. This is a point we're at with game development. We have multiple heads of a department, and then a head above them, and then the director of the game. Think about that. Think about, we have teams so large, there have to be multiple team captains below the lead of any department. Just individual practices. Anyways, I'm done. Sorry, Agra.
So you're saying we need to remake Office Space?
Yes. I'm glad you picked up on my dog whistle.
It's what I do.
Wait a minute.
Because this game is so Oblivion Core, I was in that frame of mind from the opening few hours, but I'm playing it on a solid state drive. So I keep opening doors and immediately being inside of buildings, loading into areas in a second. It has made save scumming lockpicking an amazingly effortless thing to do. This also has the best lockpicking minigame I've ever played, and I don't know why anyone does anything different now.
I don't remember it even.
You've got a bobby pin and a screwdriver, and you position the bobby pin on a semicircle radius.
Oh yeah, I remember now this one.
And then you twist the lock with the screwdriver, and if you have the bobby pin in the wrong position, at a certain point during that twist, it will like jiggle because it's about to break. So you've got to very carefully move one stick and watch the bobby pin and then reposition it till you get the perfect position. It is tactilely the closest to actually lockpicking with your hands I've ever seen on a controller. And then there's Oblivion's lockpicking minigame, which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Fallout New Vegas so far. I can't wait to put more hours into it and realize that I put points into too many skills and can't do anything in the back half of the game.
That's my favorite part. Wow. Did you play anything else?
I did not.
Okay, we now go to Chris. Chris, have you been decompiling anything as of late?
Well, like I said, I played the Star Fox 64 decompilation, I think 4 times on that stream.
Yeah.
My recommendation if you want to play hard route, skip the water level. Skip both water levels. Just get on the hard route by doing the level with the train.
What? The water levels are iconic. The first one teaches you that not every level in Star Fox 64 is good, actually. And the second
one turned. No, it isn't. You have to. The spotlights are so infuriating. So here's how Star Fox 64 works. There's 3 routes: easy route, normal route, and hard route. Hard route is the only one that has the real final boss.
Mm-hmm.
And to get onto hard route, you have to either do a bunch of shit in the first level that that you wouldn't immediately figure out, which is fine. It's still easy to figure out. You just wouldn't instinctively do it. And then perform really well in the subsequent level. Then there's a horrible water level, which you just have to beat. And then there's a level where you have to shoot every spotlight in the level or it kicks you to the normal route. And then after that, I think you're safe and can just continue to the end of the game. Or on normal route, there is a level where you are in the Landmaster and you're chasing a train. And there are switches, like there's track switches. There's 8 of them and you have to hit them all. If you hit them all, it puts you on the hard route. That is my suggestion for getting onto the hard route. Because that spotlight level sucks. And if you do the train level, you get the unbelievably funny thing where instead of fighting the boss, you switched him to a dead end on the train tracks.
And then he just fucking explodes.
It's really good.
Also, that man's quotes live rent-free in my brain. Him sitting there going over and over, step on the gas! You're in a train.
Yes, this game does have many. This game does have many earworms, such as Peppy Harris going, "You're becoming just like your father," and it's like, you watched him die. Stop saying that to me. Trust your instincts, just like your dad. Stop telling me to do that. You know from firsthand experience, his instincts didn't help.
You're becoming more like your father.
I didn't know that if you're on normal route. I don't know what happens if you do normal route and then get on to hard route on the train level, because normally at the end of when you get to Venom on hard route, Starwolf is there and you fight them.
Yes.
But if you're on normal route, you can kill all of them in the second level.
Yes.
So do they just, what happens if you get onto hard route after that? Is they're just not there?
They just come back. They don't give a shit.
I thought they came back because it was robot faces.
You can you can fight those dudes twice. They get new ships.
Okay. As long as they have robot faces, because they come back with... Because if you don't kill them all in the second level, they still come back on the normal route, the ones that didn't die. But at least they give them robot faces. What a cool game. It's I don't understand why you couldn't make a game as good as that ever again. Seemingly.
Yeah, it's wild. Like that was one of my favorite N64 games. It was I would never have guessed it couldn't do it again.
That's a good game. Like, it's not astounding. It's not unbelievable. It's just good. It's a good rail shooter.
It's like one of the best in the genre. That thing's fucking stellar.
Right. It has like a perfect formula. You could just do it again with new levels.
Panzer Dragoon comes out and it's like this unbelievable tour de force of fucking a flying on rail shooter. Nintendo actually took that and made something drastically better than even Panzer Dragoon Zwei. And then after that went, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. For the rest of time.
I guess we need a third-person shooter element to it.
Right? Like, the game will be too short if we don't have on
I guess it should have a weird tactics mode.
I am very excited to play more of
I guess it should be Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, good luck summarizing that into a tiny sentence or statement.
I knew Gundam. I'm glad that I watched Gundam at some point. So when I'm like,
good.
Wait, That's just a Gundam with a monkey face. It even launches off the catapult like a Gundam.
They got the fucking Gundam launchers.
You make me fight 2 mobile suits, and then the third one is the boss. These are just the the tri-black stars, the black tri-stars. Which, by the way, in the first level of Star Fox Assault gets into. Wait, isn't this where the Federation's base was on Earth? This is just exactly that area.
Huh. I'm very excited for Assault. I barely fucking touched that son of a bitch. Which is weird because we beat Adventures.
Right.
Yeah, someday I'm going to have to. Someday one of us will have to play the Dinosaur Planet recomp and see everything that they managed to cobble together.
Yeah, I think when we were playing Adventures, we kept talking about playing Assault, to make it almost sound like it would be soon, but that was, what, 6 years ago or something?
It wasn't that long ago. Which house was it in?
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Sometimes things take a while to get around to. Sometimes it takes Nintendo right before the Mario movie comes out being like, Star Fox is in it, fuck you. And then you going, okay. For you to decide to fucking play some Star Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I also played a bunch of Resident Evil 9. Well, not a bunch, but a decent amount.
Okay.
I was so fucking scared that the first non-tutorial Grace segment where you're avoiding the big monster.
I
was terrified that was going to be every Grace segment.
Yeah, no, that scared me too. That's like my least favorite part of the whole game.
Like, I was really afraid. It's like, oh god, but did they really want to delineate between the horror and the action? So they just made Grace into Mary Jane.
Holy shit.
You cannot imagine my relief when her first real section starts and it's like, get the 3 Resident Evil things to open that door. I go, thank fucking God.
Right. Luckily, it's not just play a really, really bad stealth game.
It's like, oh, there's so much, like, you have such tight resources. And like, yeah, that was true for like the first 30 minutes of this segment. Now I kind of just do what I want. I kind of have like 6 full heals.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have to put blood crafting into dumbest thing in a game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the blood buckets. It literally makes me feel like the fucking Whitest Kids You Know skit with SpaghettiOs get everywhere. Like, it somehow feels that fucking stupid to just be like, oh, good, just shove the fucking extractor in the blood bucket. Oh, the meatballs disappear.
So, Leon, why'd you let that woman die, Leon?
That was a little weird.
Like, you see what is obviously a zombie approaching her. You know what zombies look like. You've killed a lot of them at this point.
He's having
the zombie with a chainsaw.
The lady had bad vibes, okay?
Then has to start the chainsaw. This is happening 5 feet in front of him.
Look, it's been a long day. It just started, though. He's very eepy. Please be easy on Leon. He's so tired.
Was it literally that solo leveling video where the guy's trying to figure out what cool thing he can say while saving the person, except Leon couldn't think of anything, so she just died? It's like, I need a one-liner to do while I save her. Loading. Aw, shit. Fuck. So so that segment also made me mad with like my knowing how tools work brain.
God, of
oh
course.
yeah, I bet.
Chainsawing
it's like
Leon or whatever.
Yeah, Leon, why did you take the chainsaw to the inch-thick metal bar instead of the wooden door it was holding closed?
No, don't worry. I also had that thought, and I'm like, Chris is gonna go insane when he hits this. Glad I was right.
I think Leon's survival hatchet is funny.
Oh, it's great. That's a part of his daily carry.
Like fucking surviving edged weapons ass axe.
It's great. And he really, you could tell he's obsessed with it because he's working it into everything he does. He's like, I can do
he got
so
this last
much
year.
with this. Yeah.
It's his entire personality now.
Which makes it even funnier that it has durability. Like, guys, I'm sorry. If you buy like a carbon steel tactical hatchet, that shit, you could chop a femur all day with that. It ain't breaking. Which also made me insane in The Last of Us, where you'd pick up a crowbar and it'd have 4 hits and be like, sir.
Right.
It's a fucking crowbar.
It's a crowbar made of aluminum foil, spray painted to look very convincing.
Sir, that's a fire axe.
Yeah, it got stuck in the guy. It's gonna break now.
It is quite literally made to never break. That is like bullet point 1 on its necessities to be used. Do not break. Yeah, it's like, I like it. It's good. I kind of hope they let me play for Leon for more than 5 minutes at some point.
Yeah, the first few jumps to Leon are definitely really like, whoa, that's it.
I assume they're like doing like mostly Grace at the start and then mostly Leon at the end. I assume that is the structure the game will use. Also, I hate to say it, but that goddamn AI slop video of Grace is all I can think of whenever I'm running through the environment.
Who's there?
Who's
Show
there?
yourself.
Show yourself. Because I didn't know that the lighter was actually a thing. So now
it's real.
That's awesome.
I kind of groaned about getting empty bottles to throw, but then when I realized that some enemies are sensitive to sound, so you could get them to infight, I was like, oh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just seems like a pretty solid Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I still prefer the action-focused ones, but Grace's stuff ain't bad.
I think it's a really great game that brings all
Like,
of the things.
I need to overstate that opening. How did Bob, I presume, played everything third person?
Yes.
Noel, did you do that?
I went with the chef's choice on the first playthrough, and then I started a second playthrough
So,
where I went to third person just to see, and it's
okay.
weird. It makes me feel weird.
So, in that opening Grace segment, she only trips in third person.
She can trip.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard
while you're running away
that.
from things in that opening segment when you're running away from the monster, she can trip and fall down.
Huh.
And that happened to me so much in that opening segment, I started to kind of crash out and be like, oh my God, do not let this be what this game is. Please let this be just some weird, they didn't really know how to open their game, so they made this shit. Because if I'm doing this for half this game in every Grace segment, this game's coming in at like a 5. And thankfully, one, she doesn't trip in first person at all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And second, the rest of her game is normal. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, because I don't think that she tripped after that at all.
No, she doesn't. And I could play in first person, but no.
Okay.
Like I said on Blue Sky, scares in horror games don't work on me.
Uh-huh.
Like even that part in the opening where the body falls out onto Grace and then the monster reaches around her.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, put the ammo in the bag, please.
Yeah, even first time playing that segment specifically, I almost skipped it. Because we saw that, like, Capcom showed that specific thing earlier, and I was like, it wasn't even that scary when I saw it then. Now I've already seen it. It super isn't scary now. Even I'm in the fucking mode of, like, put the ammo in the fucking bag. Admittedly, though, I did spend that whole scene since I'm on the Pro going, holy shit, this looks nuts on the Pro. Because everything does.
It looks really good even on the basic.
Yeah,
it does look very nice.
Except for that section at the start where you're out in the rain.
Oh, does that look like real blurry? Or
it like the puddle, like the rain hitting the ground definitely starts to melt into goo. You can actually see the droplets though, which is new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Maybe it's worse. Maybe it's worse than I think. But the last AAA game I played was High on Life 2, which is literally a pile of melt.
It's okay. That's only AA. Man, they put out 3 Resident Evils on the Switch 2 already. That's insane. God, that's wild.
Yeah, that's cool. Another reason I'm playing in third person is I don't want to like switch from a first person cutscene to a third person cutscene. That just annoys me. So I'd rather just always be in third person. Indiana Jones.
Don't.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry. I reminded people that game existed.
Yes, I actually that game is such a supreme disappointment based on how much it was glazed by journalists.
Yeah, I've really learned that journalists are so weird. Like, I just think of like, yeah, High on Life has 4 points higher than 1. High on Life 2 has 4 points higher than 1. I'm like, that is bare minimum a full letter grade better. Probably 1.5 at least. Like, you're going from C- to B+ at least. What did you want?
I went to the Mario movie expecting a character study of what it feels like to be a plumber.
Game, it feels better. It has a better structure. It is so cheap. It's funnier. It has gameplay ideas at all. I don't understand. I also don't understand why Redfall was only bad enough to get a 56 when its textures didn't load and its AI didn't work.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Which I had to look up because I had to look it up because I was looking at the Metacritic score for that new Legacy Kane game, which is also 56. Because apparently that's bad enough for like places like PC Gamer to be like 3.
Whoa. That's cool.
Ooh.
I think it finally hit overwhelmingly negative on Steam.
We actually have a code for that game. So maybe before next big thing, Bob and I will have to stream it.
It's seemingly bite-sized, so...
Ooh.
And I remember when you guys were discussing it on the Borderlands stream, people were saying it's a Metroidvania. It's not.
No, is it not?
No.
I was wondering
It's
how
just
you
an
made such a
action
short
game?
fucking Metroidvania.
It's just a linear game.
We have this problem with chat. A lot of them, their brains broke at some point in the last like 5 years. We had a stream where we were like, name some Metroidvanias that do blank. And it got to the point where people even saying shit like Streets of Rage 4. I'm like, guys, that's a 2D game where you play through levels. That's not what a Metroidvania is.
A game having different level routes does not make it a Metroidvania.
Yeah, I'm seeing someone in chat say it's just linear levels. I don't think people know what Metroidvania means at all anymore.
No.
A Metroidvania is when the levels are interconnected and you get movement abilities that let you, or abilities that let open new areas in previously explored ones.
We should have changed it. I'll forgive them for open world. Open world has always been a weird thing. I'll explore that more in a second. But we really should have gone with search action.
Not saying search action. Like I'm
Damn.
I don't even want to say character action anymore. It feels like letting Gerstmann win.
Is Gerstmann that? I thought that was the Castle Super Beast.
No, character action I'm pretty sure came from Giant Bomb.
Oh,
Also, Castle Super Beast got it from Giant Bomb.
I thought the full phrase was stylish character action, isn't it?
No, I think that was like that's supposed to be like an even more delineated genre.
Yeah, I thought the official one that they say in Japan sometimes is stylus action game.
Okay.
I think.
I see people in chat trying to say search action is Jeff's bugbear. Search action, well, you know that's like just how Japan refers to Metroidvanias.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, a Metroidvania is not the same as a 2D video game with bespoke levels you travel through in a set order. It has to be fully traversable, backwards and forward, with new abilities to unlock new areas. That's the whole point. And I've already forgotten that tangent I was going to go into in a second, so we're done. We're good. Anything else to say about Resident Evil 9? Chris?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think it's funny that they have that scientist dude be hunched over until he reveals he's 9 feet tall.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's about it.
The notion of open world. Yeah, the idea of open world is just really weird because at some point it stopped meaning GTA style NPCs that walk around and various systems being in it, and it just meant seamless game where you move between the different ends of it. And different
Except people even argue even more. Like I've seen people argue that like large level based games are open world, like a God, I need like what's a modern like Outer Worlds 2, where it's like you're loading between these big areas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like, but that's not open world.
In Final Fantasy 16 has 4 or 5 really long levels that just it's one road that goes through the whole country.
They have it's like big wide hallways that interconnects itself. And it's like that's not an open world game, guys.
Yeah, so
I also feel like an open world game implies at least some degree of non-linearity.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the Ubisoft ones have some degree of non-linearity.
Yeah, so open world's always been one of those genres where it's the most useless, where it's just like you get an idea of what they vaguely want. It's like if you put a dude who is kind of peckish and a dude who is literally starving to death as the same adjective. It's not very helpful. Other than
This means it's a big area.
It just means
the world
big.
is open.
It means big.
Look, it's the thing that makes our game cost literally 5 times as much or 100 times as much, and all the investors want it. So it has to be open world, no matter what the game is.
We have to make it open world, and UE5 because 5 is bigger than 4. Okay, Chris. Anything else you've been playing?
No.
Reminder again. Bob and I are doing the Star Fox 4-way flop swap featuring Star Fox, Star Fox 64, Star Fox Assault, and Star Fox Zero, because the Wii U has to die eventually. And the stream ends when we beat one of those games. Whatever game you let us actually get to the end of. Chris is doing what I think
Star Fox
might
Assault.
Be more valuable, a sane playthrough of Star Fox Assault. Which I haven't seen any of, really. Just that Star Fox, just the GameStop kiosk where I'm like, yeah, this is Star Fox, but pretty for this one level. And people inform me, you get on the ground and it's a third-person shooter and you operate vehicles and go in buildings? Is that right? Chris, do you know shit about this game?
No. I know that there's third-person shooting. I know that like there's on-foot third-person shooting, but that's it.
Okay. Podlord.
Ah!
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck.
Yes, that's right. The Podlords. Podlords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro, Rado, WTF Spider-Man, the Picasso of video game characters.
Borderlands 2 is a trip on the Vita.
See, that's what happens when you change the character outfit. They swap the geometry before the textures.
Fantastic.
Muck Bun, Shiny Mew. Oh, I got it.
Don't worry about it, Bob. You didn't see it. You didn't see anything.
Okay.
Casey got to meet their favorite Kingdom Hearts voice actor, Jesse McCartney. Cooper Tank. Wild Woody, here to tell you if you do a specific sequence in level 1, you can draw a topless mermaid. Not clickbait. This is real.
We have to go back.
Indigo Sykes. 64 Master is still giving Playdate a chance. A raccoon that will be dearly missed. Aww. Aww. Timothy Pfister. Sarah Lene. The Hard M. Bearded Joe. Lord Richter is on vacation for 2 weeks. Try not to burn everything down while I'm gone, folks.
I will not be censored like this.
Pleochrome. They put the monster shift in disorder again.
That's just weird. Fanta doesn't have caffeine. What are you doing?
They don't know.
They
Also,
failed the assignment completely.
Oh my God, Fanta? That's how far we've fallen? Fanta,
Right?
pineapple? Just Fanta? God, have some
Yeah, it's not even
fucking
special
standards.
Fanta.
Jesus. Apple Gothic is using their Podlord moment to say that stir-fry cup noodles are goated and worth the extra $1 in price.
Hell yeah, they are.
I only tried one, and I was kind of disappointed, honestly.
Do you remember which flavor that was?
I do not. It was a
the
long
Korean
time ago.
barbecue? I'm seeing that in the center here, and I think it might have been.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, because you did talk about it. I just can't remember. Is Fanta bad? Fanta is fine. That's not the point. Fanta isn't Coke or Pepsi or Mountain Dew. Fanta is so many rungs down the power scale of sodas. We used to be a country. Me looking at that gameplay of Vita Borderlands 2 for more than a few minutes.
Yeah, that will literally, like, you'll get sick.
Geronimo? Whoa.
Okay.
Different Dimension Demon Supreme King Kaiser, the Conqueror.
How many cars did this motherfucker have? He wasn't that important.
Too tired to make a bit. Here's Skate Story.
Huh.
Goobly. Goobly.
Okay.
Oh no!
What?
Oh, what is this thing though?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Digital Basic. Conchom. Forma de Payaso.
Okay, everybody knows Conchome.
I didn't know Conchome. Andrew. Lone Gargoyle. Oh, there's Andrew. Hey, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Looking good.
Kind of got a dubious expression.
Lone Gargoyle got a Japanese Sega Saturn.
Nice.
Yes.
Sorry, my fan art couldn't capture his white hair on this background. Lazy joke. Too depressed to think of a good one. Hope you get better soon. Hope you shake off that depression. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
That's it. That was the stream.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's funny how many of these had agendas.
Yes,
Because Super Widget was also an environmentalist thing, I think.
it's true. It's true.
It was the style at the time.
Propaganda.
Really ineffective environmentalist propaganda that maybe set that movement back for decades.
It's also 100%. It's also worth noting there also was Olympics propaganda.
There was.
Shrapnel, the new live service shooter by XCOD devs, released on the 12th last month. Does anyone know that?
You're making this
Nope.
up, right? Right?
This is our bit. You're not
No-
supposed
no
to get
way.
us with
No
our
way.
bit. This isn't real.
Oh no, this looks real.
This game, okay, free-to-play early access, mostly negative, came out 3 weeks ago, Call of Duty. We worked on Call of Duty, and Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Go, Halo, Bioshock, Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost Recon, Forza. Wow, we never heard of this once.
Not
Yeah.
once.
What is wrong with the industry? They are so on the sauce.
All the money went into multiplayer games because that's what people were playing during COVID. Yay!
Not this much. At no point was the majority of game time ever on multiplayer games.
But those are the biggest ones, so we gotta chase that.
We
Nothing
can be
else.
that. We can be that.
Yeah,
They're still
this
there.
This here, look at this. This is an export night.
Sadistic, autistic, Yuki EXE, Endo Y, and wish Chris a happy birthday to slap her bald head. Thank you very much to our podlords.
Thank
you,
you,
Podlords.
Podlords.
Thank you,
Thank you, Podlords. And if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get many benefits such as early access to Chugging Bleach, which will become relevant again soon. Extended content for shows such as Gamer Premonitions and Armchair Devs, when indeed we do such shows for the content to be given to you. A patron-funded show one a month, either where we watch a good thing that is a private show and you get to vote on what good thing, and it will no longer have to be John Wick because we did them all. Or a public show that is us watching a horrible thing and patrons get a commentary track. Oh god, we have to come up with a gaming thing to do soon because we always do a gaming thing in June. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh. And an entire movie called Isolation 119, a full feature-length film about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on his vacation to Thailand. It is our most underutilized benefit and one you really, truly need to experience. And also, you just help us live and fund all the things we do that you enjoy. Like Gamers Go to the Movies, our podcast where we have to review every single gaming adaptation released by Hollywood ever.
Hey, Chris, remember when you said seconds ago we have to come up with a new gaming thing?
Yeah.
So there's a movie in 1983 called Joysticks.
Let's not commit to anything yet. There's so
just-
many horrible things that could be eligible for this.
I just thought you would like to know, and that this image might be indicative of the sort of thing you might expect from a 1983 movie called Joysticks, and what the joysticks
I presume,
might be.
yeah, I don't want to watch. Oh God, what's it called? Gamer Corky? Not Corky, Porkies. Gamer Porkies.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Man, did you know that because Porky's was popular at the time when they were shopping around the script for Back to the Future, some executives were like, why doesn't he fuck his mom? We need to sex this up. Anyway, there are many benefits. Patreon.com/GB podcast. If you don't have any money, it always helps immensely to tell your friends. Rate us on your podcasting app of choice. Rate us on Thursdays, and just leave a comment, subscribe on YouTube. Patreon.com/GB podcast.
One more thing. Did you know in 1983? Let me. So they had a movie called Joysticks. And this is the movie poster. Imagine the movie behind that.
I'm sure it's great.
Could be anything. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it. Patreon.com/GB podcast. What's up, Echo?
As you do know, it's sexual assault with a laugh track.
It is. Absolutely.
You don't
Because
know
that was the
that.
style at the time.
The IMDb description doesn't mention sexual assault.
Can you read it and compare it to the Revenge of the Nerds IMDb description?
I will not.
Okay.
We are going over here. Hello, we are over here. Well, I am. Oh, hey.
There we go.
There they are.
Oh boy.
It's that time again.
We
Yeah.
have such news.
We have
Why
such
is there
news
so much?
to show you, chat. Why do none of the buttons for images work?
There's Jeff the jerk off. Now we just need the fire.
Where's the fire?
We didn't start the fire. PlayStation hardware price increase. PS5 $549.99 to $649.99. Digital edition, which means no disc drive, $499.99 to $599.99. $599.99.
Jesus.
And the PS5 Pro $749.99 to $899.99. That doesn't come with a disc drive, so it's actually
$979.98 before tax, which means $1,000 PlayStation.
Woo! We did it. That's what we want. Wait.
Cooked.
I am so excited. I am so excited as the entire industry scrambles, realizing it suddenly has to support much lower end hardware for much longer, and that in every single thing NVIDIA and Unreal built for them is worthless.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, there's nothing to say, you know. I'm glad that Donnie Deals could bring such deals to gaming.
The deals, we're winning so hard.
Please, sir, I'm tired of winning.
I'm tired of winning now. There's been an interesting discussion about if the PS6 does happen at the end of next year, they get rid of the Pro and then they price it cheaper than the Pro because its bill of materials should be slightly higher than the Pro, but you're
I feel like the PS6 they won't demand to make a money from it because they understand that they need people in.
Right. And the weird
but at the
thing
same
is,
time, they might be shifting to this two-tiered thing where it's like, we're going to support the PS5 in some, because they're doing that portable allegedly.
Yeah, no.
So the PS5 will be supported in some aspect to like 2033, 2034. So it could just be like, if you're a rube who wants to fix the problem that we invented, buy the PS6, so it doesn't matter how much it costs.
Yep.
Except retailers would be like, why the fuck are we keeping this in our stores if nobody buys them?
Yeah, that is the question.
$900. That feels wild.
They shouldn't even made a Pro. I don't know why they even fucking bothered.
Well, apparently they needed a testing ground to get those systems working.
I guess if there's any value to it, it's that, yeah.
It does feel like, pay to be our beta tester. It's like, great.
What are we speaking about specifically? I had to deal with the thing real quick.
The pisser.
Oh, yeah.
If there's any benefit to the Pro is them getting pisser sorted out, so maybe on the PS6 it'll actually be solved.
That's what happened with me. I mean, honestly, with the latest pisser update, it's solved. That looks great. I think it looks better than DLSS in multiple ways, especially with the new Transformer model. And the PS6 should be even better at that. Here's the problem, though. I mentioned this last week. I'm going to mention it again. Mark Cerny said frame gen will appear on PlayStation platforms.
Go fuck yourself.
So the PlayStation 6 will definitely have frame gen. The question is it going to have a system toggle to say, don't you ever fucking show me this, you fucking assholes?
Oh, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine anything but their hugest games will even use it.
Oh, I'm sure devs would absolutely be like, oh, it doubles the frame rate, sure. Because no one
free
fucking knows
rate.
what they're doing
Hit
anymore.
the button.
Yeah, it's sure, but I am hoping that the building mainstream push against this shit will make them go, we better not do that. People don't like it.
I mean, you could easily sit people down in a room and sit them with both, and I guarantee you every time, people who can't even tell what frame rate looks like knows frame gen looks fucked up. Like Spiff.
But nobody's seen it because nobody owns the hardware that can do it.
Sony can test it, though, is what I'm saying. Like, Spiff doesn't really easily notice. Like, it's hard for him to notice the difference between 30 and 60 frames per second. I can sit him down in a room with frame gen, though, and he actually notices it, like, it looks wrong. It just looks fucking wrong.
the only people who don't think so are people who are like, it looks smoother, I think. And thus it's good because my hardware is doing better and number go up. Ugh. Anyway, I'm done. I just thought I would have the extra layer of knowing this PS6 shit is going to be insane, period. And on top of that, it might be strongly associated with frame gen. Sorry, I'm done. Go ahead.
God, yeah, after like I can't imagine, like, unless the world like settles down and the economy rights it all. What if they're even gonna try and release a 6? It feels ridiculous when you have these $900+ consoles.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna delay it. Like, it's definitely not gonna be next year. Like, they're gonna push it out of then, if nothing else. Microsoft, they're gonna slam their hand on that stove. They're idiots. They have no path forward but to pretend that they're bringing the brand back
with their $15,000.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It's the size of a water heater.
Yes.
Still runs things worse than the PS6.
Yeah.
It's also a go-kart.
It's the Homer-mobile of consoles.
But Shift Up, that is the studio behind Stellar Blade and Nikke, or Goddess of Victory, Nikke or Nikki, I forget how it's fucking pronounced. They acquired the Shinji Mikami led studio Unbound. The announcement video had AI in it used in it. Yeah, like, I hate to tell people this, but there's only one group of people that love AI more than American tech guys. Korean and Chinese gaming companies.
Yeah, no, we've had this CEO of Shift Up come out and say, like, praise AI like crazy only like a month ago.
he's a cultist. Like he is the artist for Stellar Blade, and also he did art for Magna Carta on the PS2, and I think he did one of the Soul Calibur 4 guest characters. But he's just constantly posting AI stuff of his own art. Like, he trained himself on his own work. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, every other technology in my life was magic. And I think we have fairly credible reports that, like, the concepting phases of new characters in Nikki are made using AI.
Yeah, of course. It's just totally affected that company from top to bottom.
Are you telling me Label was made using AI?
To some extent, yeah.
I can't believe that it would find such a popular design somewhere. How'd that happen?
The thing that I don't think anybody is prepared for, and I need to say it now so everybody's emotionally can build like an emotional barrier. Even if AI completely drops dead right now, which thankfully seems to be on its way, we seem to be pushing towards it. We're still gonna have 2 or 3 years of game stuff with this shit, because now we're at the point where games that were made with it can start to come out. Like, so it's gonna be like where we didn't see things die off from COVID until several years after COVID. We're gonna have the spurt of AI games full of obvious AI shit coming out after that trend is over, after that bubble pop, which is gonna be bizarre.
It's gonna be funny.
Why'd you ship it? We spent $250 million on it. We couldn't cancel.
But it was supposed to make it cheaper. What do you mean you spent $250 million?
It did make it cheaper. We promised. That let us make it 4 times the size.
Yeah,
it's like, we can tell.
It's gonna be 3 years straight of Microsoft AAA games that do this, and every time we're like, "This looks like shit, dog. What are you doing?"
I need somebody to find this short form video for me, because I looked and I kept wanting to show it to Noelle but can't, because it's this video of a girl being like, "Here, try this," and it's one of those videos where you're talking to yourself, and she puts like a gray marshmallow into her own mouth. Is like, "Can you believe that this marshmallow has no added sugar and 40 grams of protein?" And the other girl goes, chews a little bit and goes, "Yes." And that's how I feel like all these AI games are going to come out. Can you believe that 40% of this game was coded with AI?
Yeah.
Me looking at it having crashed. Yeah.
Well, given that most of the users are reporting they can't beat the game because it's soft locked, that a quest line broke. Yeah.
God, it's so funny that literally every study of AI is like, oh, it makes you actually worse at doing everything. It gives you like cognitive problems, and it doesn't help with coding at all. You spend more time fixing what it does than anything else.
It
It's
emotionally.
like if-
But Star Trek.
It's like
Star Trek.
If all this reporting on tobacco's bad for you came out when we were first made cigarettes, and they're still trying to push it.
So it emotionally unstables people. It mentally damages people. It makes everyone worse at their job, and it has destroyed the global economy. I think now is a good time for me, a gaming a podcaster and YouTuber, to really take a staunchly pro AI stance and really crash out online defending this. I think this is a great time to do this. Not
Don't
enough
forget, it's also
teenagers
literally
have killed
destroyed the
themselves.
environment.
Oh, that's right. I didn't mention that. I didn't mention the environmental impact.
Wow, 16-degree increase in temperature around the AI farms? Crazy.
We don't know what that means.
Entirely diverting whole cities' water and electrical resources?
Worth it.
If somebody moved it, I would become that clip of Hank Hill saying, if it gets 1 degree hotter, I'm gonna kick your ass. I think we will see, let's just say we'll start seeing reasons why the Anarchist's Cookbook is widely circulated.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. IDS Montreal did a bunch of layoffs. They laid off 124 people, including the head of studio David and Fosse, but it didn't say he was laid off. It just said he left. So maybe he left in rebellion. Due to the cancellation of a long in development game codenamed P11, it has been in development in 7 years. We already know that they canceled Adam Jensen Deus Ex, so it cannot be that.
Yeah, it's not that. Apparently, the people who reported this said that it was something that looked similar to a game called Wild, which I also hadn't heard of.
Isn't that project that was at Ubisoft and Sony?
Was that
I think so.
Was that the
What the fuck?
the game with the giant woman that we've talked about
Yeah,
before?
that's the same
Yeah,
game.
the one where it's like, we're making this game. We have no idea what it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't actually that. It just apparently they saw footage of it and it looks similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Goodbye now.
Yeah, Eidos Montreal really is. I think this is like their 5th round of layoffs this year. Like
It
within the
feels
last
like it.
6 months
Yeah.
or so. It's ridiculous.
Feels like it. Some of them I think were Crystal Dynamics, but they merge in our heads because because
Yeah.
because Microsoft had them making both of their franchises.
And then Square Enix also had both of them at one point.
Wasn't Eidos Montreal working on fucking Fable?
Don't quiz me on this.
I don't know. Yeah, it's one of the two.
It was Eidos. It was Crystal Dynamics working on Perfect Dark because it made no sense that they had it backwards.
Okay.
Because it would have made sense for Deus Ex Eidos Montreal to work on Perfect Dark, but instead they are working on Fable. I'm sure this bodes well for Fable.
Everything bodes well for Fable.
Nothing bad ever happens to Fable. No! Stormgate's online servers are being shut down. Ha ha. Ha ha. This is bad news for the people who work there, but ha ha, Stormgate. You fucked
Whatever,
up
they
in
used
every way
AI like a
possible.
lot already. Screw them.
Yeah, no. It's,
Their server providers, Hathora, were bought out by Fireworks AI. Who wants to use the servers for AI? Ha ha.
Yes! Siri, what is the definition of irony?
Jesus.
The developer working on an update to make it playable offline and searching for a new server provider to restore the online functionality. I don't think either of those things are going to happen. Bye-bye.
No.
God damn it. Everything
How's
about this.
Wildstorm doing?
Didn't they shut that down already? Or Wildgate? Or is it Wildstorm?
Wildgate was the MMO.
Okay.
Wildstorm is the thing from 1998.
Oh, no, not
1992.
Wildstorm. God.
Gimli.
Well, no, it's Wildgate. Wildstar was the MMO.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Kill me.
How are they doing? Current
We're just gonna
players,
make Gate
18. 24-hour peak, 20.
Wow.
At the same time,
Time to
though,
get in.
the Steam reviews are pretty good.
Peak in the past month, 45.
is $30 still? You could at least try and make it like 10.
Hey, check this out, though.
Because they've given up.
Check this out, though. That's higher than the peak gamers the last 24 hours on Stormgates Online. That's 0.
I wonder why.
God. Let's see. Sony Interactive Entertainment acquires Cinemmersive Labs. They're a machine learning and computer vision company founded in 2022. I think they said something in this announcement that implied that they would be working on like Pissers type stuff.
Yeah, it was
really?
something like that.
Did they actually imply that?
Yes, they say will join Sony Entertainment's visual computing group and contribute to the company's broader efforts in advancing state-of-the-art visual computing within games, including applying machine learning to enhance gameplay visuals, improve rendering techniques, and unlock new levels of visual fidelity. So it seems like they're going into like the TAA.
That's
minds.
so weird. Given it was computer vision, I actually thought it would have more to do with driving their AI into playing their games, because that was the patent Sony had.
But yeah, if you
go ahead.
If you go to their website, you can see what the sort of things they do. It's mainly turning a picture into a 3D image you can look around.
Oh, okay. I've seen a lot of things do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I could see how very specialized technology like this could be even better for something like a DLSS or a Pisser. I have to wonder if they worked with them on the pre-existing Pisser and it went so well that they just bought them.
It's like, oh, no, we were going to make it into DLSS 5. It's like, no, why?
Jesus.
Ivy Road, the developer of Wander Stop, has shut down. They apparently couldn't find any funding for the new game they were going around pitching, which was some kind of action game where you were a car and were doing like car air combos on people.
Yeah, that looked cool.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And your car had a weird thing in it,
happen.
and you may have been fucking it.
Wait,
I kind of worried this would happen when I saw nobody talk about Wonder Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't as quirky as the
Stanley Parable.
Yeah, the Stanley Parable. So it just feel like game actually about thing. Woo, woo. And director of the Last of Us multiplayer game spoke about the game's cancellation. The COVID boom put a lot of money into gaming. Sony overspent. They canceled the game to reduce spending when all the money was leaving the gaming space. It was either The Last of Us 2 multiplayer or Intergalactic, which was being directed by the president of the company.
Yeah, when it came to which game
I
to
think
cut.
I think you probably could have kept both.
Yeah.
I don't think that,
this was apparently 80% done.
Yeah, I think it was to meet an arbitrary number and not anything based in reality. I'm pretty sure Sony could have spent a little bit more for a couple more quarters to get that game out. $40, maybe made some money back.
No way. Are you telling me it's wasteful to cancel a game that's 80% done that has an obvious market because people love the first game's multiplayer?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound crazy. It's another game from Naughty Dog, one of your most respected developers, too.
When Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet comes out, it's going to have been 8 or 9 years. Maybe they'll get it out at the end of next year. Maybe.
And this would have been out years ago.
Yeah. So like it's going to be like you're shipping a new IP 7 years after your last game, of which was kind of polarizing. Like I don't even know if Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet will really land.
Yeah, no, there's a chance it does not do well at all.
Like it'll probably do like fine. Not, it's so hard to say fine now because we know the numbers these people are spending. It will probably sell at least 3 or 4 million, which won't be nearly enough to not get Naughty Dog killed. Christ, everybody's so stupid now.
Yep, it's true. And
God, yeah, that does. They could have canceled Concord, but nah.
Yep.
Cancel this.
No,
They haven't canceled Fair Games yet. They haven't canceled Fair Games yet.
Goodbye, Jeff.
Oh, he's fading out.
Windows log off sound.
Goku killed him.
I miss him already. How will I know what the next biggest live service game will be without him?
Do you think that he's gonna like make any kind of? Do you think that he feels guilty at all for Highguard? He shouldn't, by the way, as we keep saying. He had nothing. He gave that game the best chance it ever could.
He absolutely
do you think he feels guilty?
Just talked about a fucking
Shrapnel.
XCOM developable game that we didn't even know came out last month. The fucking people who made that probably want to skin the developers of Highguard alive for them not appreciating what they got.
Right?
They would have failed too, just to be clear.
Like if they
But
got
I'm wondering if they're going to be.
You're all fucked. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there'll be like an adjustment for that. Like he'll get fewer of those games for the summer of gaming because he's afraid that he will kill again in his mind.
I assume that he knows now not to end on something like that.
Yeah, that's probably
If
the number
nothing
one
else.
lesson. Probably the number one lesson. Aggro, we're going to you for the gaming news.
So you remember last September when Nintendo filed a patent for games in which you summon characters to do battle?
Uh-huh.
Well, like, they got it, but then the director of the United States Patent and Trademark Office basically went to the Central Re-Examination Unit, which is this office inside the patent office, to just double check stuff, and went, run that again. And they have apparently returned 26 out of 26 parts of that patent rejected.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourselves. I think this was the patent they intended to use to brutalize Palworld that they got after Palworld came out. I wonder if that guy who bloviated about how Nintendo has never lost a lawsuit like this and Palworld really needs to watch out. I wonder how they're feeling.
Well, we're not done yet. They've got a couple of months to respond, or longer, because they can just ask for it an extension without reason, because rules aren't real when you're dealing with companies. But after this, they basically have to appeal this decision in federal circuit court.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to bother. I think it's over.
I don't know. They might have the money to blow on lawyers forever. Speaking of lawyers forever.
Uh-huh.
The major French consumer advocacy group, UFC Quechua, something like that. Please forgive me.
Yeah. I assume that's pretty close.
Is suing Ubisoft over The Crew.
Good.
Yes. Kill.
They said, like this was basically an abusive contract. You did not tell people this game was temporary. You sold it like it was a real game and then shut it down. The thing that Stop Killing Games was mad at them for. I can't imagine who's having a party over there tonight.
Yeah, his video's up.
Ubisoft has not released a statement. I don't really have enough information to tell you anything else about it. I just like stories in which people are hitting Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they can't do it for much longer. They're about to implode.
Oh, man. It's so good to see Stop Killing Games get a win like this. Only a fucking asshole would say Stop Killing Games is absolutely stupid and no one should ever fight for rights.
I'm sure nobody would ever say that except perhaps someone who has been making a 16-bit single-player RPG in early access for 9 years.
Oh, I thought what I said was mean.
Whose streaming career they started to work on that game allegedly.
Allegedly, even though they didn't actually. You can look it up. But they say that.
Who talks definitively about things at Blizzard like they were important when they just got a job because their dad worked there.
So here's the fun thing. If you ever want to listen and you ever want to learn about the self-made myth or a person who builds their own memory of what they did, very popular people who crash out and then people dig up all the receipts is a very interesting way to learn about that personality type and that sort of habit. It's really neat. It's really neat. Anyway. I earned this. Yeah. Because you're the best and the brightest and you work the hardest. And your dad was there.
All of those things are true, yeah.
Definitely.
The 2026 spring sale on the PlayStation Store is here.
Okay, that's good.
With it, we are getting a bunch more reports that they are just having things cost different prices for different people.
That's insanely
Oh my god.
fucked.
That's
Yup.
fast.
Man.
Cancel your PS Plus.
Yeah. I'm really curious because inevitably the methodology of this will leak. There's no way it doesn't.
Right.
I want to know is there like an internal rube meter?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you pay too fucking much for games. You can fucking crank the prices on this dipshit.
Yeah, the way I've heard it described thus far is it seems if you are apt to buy games at full price, that's what you're going to do. If you don't, that's when you start getting the deeper discounts of like, please buy a digital game.
Well, that's beneficial to me, who has not bought a digital game at full
Yeah.
price. Well, I guess I bought High on Life too, but before that, it was literally years and years.
It is the customer anti-loyalty program.
So
Disgusting.
How stupid! They've instituted a system that will get people to buy fewer games. They are fucking brain dead.
But we'll really get those people. We'll
Sure
really
you
own
will.
them.
Sure, sweetie.
So-
Whatever you say.
here's the cool part. You ever go to a Walmart and you see how the price labels are now dynamic screens? That's because they do this on a time localized scale too. They notice they have partnerships with companies who do a lot of statistic grinding and shit like that in order to find out what things are bought commonly at higher demand at certain ends of the day. So as the day goes, they micro adjust the prices on everything in a fucking Walmart to milk you for more money. If you use the app to buy the shit, they just do it right there. They don't even have to change anything in the store.
God,
This is the way
this
we're
should
going.
all be so illegal. This is
100%.
disgusting.
It is disgusting.
All
We
this
gotta-
is the most anti-consumer thing ever thought up by man.
And somehow, nothing's happening.
No?
So yeah, it's great. It's great. It's
And
fantastic.
I saw some people saying that it broke their store, so now it just shows nothing on sale.
Good.
Good.
Also worth noting for people who are going to walk away with this for the wrong message. That app shit's already happening at all the stores. That is not exclusive to Walmart. That is fucking everyone, it seems. Don't buy your groceries on an app from home if you can avoid it. That is the message.
Yeah, I don't even I guess this is just another thing where people who have the means will skirt it, and the people who don't care won't. But how about we start putting people into guillotines instead? I think that's the better option.
Yet another thing.
PlayStation is $900 and they still have to do this.
Well, the word.
Well, they need to make more money every single. They need to make more money every quarter, or investors will cry. Investors don't have any idea how reality works. They don't live in it.
No,
But they will cry.
Seen someone in chat say Luigi did nothing wrong. Did you know that Charlie Day did an interview for the Mario Galaxy movie, and the interviewer, I shit you not, is just like, "Hey, you play Luigi in the new Mario movie. Are there any historically important, famous Luigis of recent American history that you're a fan of?"
What a bizarre question.
Yeah, no, it's such a leading question.
That would literally be what my response was. Is like, what an odd thing to say.
Charlie Day started laughing and he's like, well, no, obviously me, I'm Luigi in the Mario movie, so me. And then he starts laughing and looking at King Michael Keaton. And he's like, and also Mangione.
I'm surprised Nintendo didn't shit their pants about that somehow.
They probably haven't had time to do it yet. This happened yesterday.
Yeah.
I look forward to Nintendo
that
realizing
guy's
that
so
once
guilty.
actors are involved in your highly popular movie, that maybe you have a little bit less control over things than you like.
Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this fucking dynamic pricing and everything should be fucking illegal.
This feels like stuff that we would never have to cover on a show like this, right?
Oh yeah,
This is the same breakdown that we have to
Every nickel. We can't manage for
Nexus
shit,
did.
so we got to squeeze everybody for every nickel. It's impossible for us to manage anything or do anything.
When we got into covering game news, when we did forever ago, because there were, in no world did we expect to have to explain civil liberties constantly being infringed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like Gamers Nexus, of course, goes through the same things. In a couple of years, he'll just be standing in front of a fucking poster of Mao for every video.
Yeah, no, he used to say over and over, and it got worse over time, so he had to mention more often that they do not cover politics on Gamers Nexus, but it became impossible because of the global situation. So he had the same meltdown that I had on Big Think Dimension a few months ago, where it's like, none of us got into it for this. None of us wanted to do this. Fuck. Jesus Christ. We're going to Chris. Chris.
Okay. Mike Gerhard, the leader of Build a Rocket Boys, like, we'll be revealing the saboteurs soon. You'll know who sabotaged Mind's Eye. Also, I worked on 72 games, a thing that isn't fucking true of anybody.
He's credited on 72 games, probably.
I don't even think that's true.
Oh, hey, it's him.
Ah, we found him.
It's the saboteur.
Is he okay?
No.
So Indie.io, a company that changed their name, they were formerly Freedom Games, because they're gigantic pieces of shit who scam devs.
Oh, of course.
Have announced Indie Pass. It's Game Pass, but only indie games. In case you want to know that your subscription is going to only fucking over indie devs. It's Game Pass for indies. It fucks you. The end. $79.99 or no, $7.99. Give it a year. That's the direction this shit's going.
Yeah, this is disgusting. This is vile. Just buy small indie games from the devs. Just buy them. Do you know how much more? If you would take one $70 game and just put that towards 7 different indie games, the industry would go in amazing directions overnight.
Yeah, most indie games are under $20.
Yeah.
And then you own it. And this, of course, this has the insanity of like, oh, based on how long you play the game, we'll pay the devs more. So it just encourages terrible game design.
Yeah, the thought of we're going to pay the devs more based on playtime is like, that alone is anti-art. Go fuck yourself. Fucking assholes.
Like this is even worse than Tech Bros reinventing the train. That this is Tech Bros watching a car fall off a cliff and go, fuck, that looks awesome.
Jesus.
Also, Take-Two has laid off a bunch of people. We don't know how many in their AI division, including their leader. They have insisted that AI is still very important, but it sounds like maybe not quite as important as they fucking thought in the first place. It's worth noting that we discussed this a little bit before Big Think this week, but like a lot of these companies are starting to turn on AI because investors are so fucking stupid that when news about like the new thing that makes videos good comes out, Hollywood stocks tank because they think that the movies are over. People just make their own movies. That's happened a couple times with games for the past couple months.
Yeah, that's why.
Or like some AI thing with. Yeah,
that's why Rockstar had to keep making comments of like, AI will never be able to make a GTA. Like they had said that multiple times because these people are so stupid. They believe that's possible.
Right, because
I can't believe the leopard's eating my face.
God.
I can't believe when I told people the human element isn't important, they realized, well, you're also human. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, but I try to act so not like one.
So stupid. Anyways, let's... Fuck AI, and fuck anyone who's standing AI. God.
Yeah, it'd be insane if someone did that.
It would be insane if someone made an account to go stan AI on a fucking popular gaming message board in 2026, April 1st?
Who did this?
Hey, Bob, let's go to your news.
There are Nintendo rumors going around. These come from Nate the Hate, who has a hit or miss sort of record. But allegedly in 2026 there will be a new Star Fox game. And
absolutely believe it after that movie.
Yes,
yeah, right. That feels like very direct. Like, hey, you wouldn't have done this otherwise. And also a major Zelda game remake. A lot of people assume that'll be Ocarina of Time.
Now, Nintendo fans, we need to talk briefly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a huge re-envisioning of the Ocarina of Time. It's just going to be Ocarina of Time, but prettier.
But what if it actually
It
is
won't.
way
It
too
won't.
involved? What if they got some of that Sony juice?
I don't think they did. Has Nintendo ever released a remake that was significantly more than 1-to-1 of the original, just with prettier graphics?
No. This could
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
what, like
they
the
did
closest thing.
minor stuff
The
with some
closest thing are
Majora's
like
Mask.
some of the Pokemon ones.
Ocarina of Time is one of the. This is the number one target that they would do that for.
I guess
Ocarina of
that's
Time
true. I sure hope
would
they
be
don't.
it.
That would
And
sure kind of ruin that
They
game.
want to charge $70 for Ocarina of Time.
I mean, they'll charge
Except-
70. They could easily
Yeah, they
charge
could-
$70 for Ocarina of Time and
Yeah.
not do that and still sell
It's
a million
basically
copies.
just
Multiple million
Ocarina of
copies.
Time. But now there are time ghosts, and they made the water temple even easier again.
That is definitely going to happen. The water temple is going to be so easy, people will be shocked. It'll be like a straight hallway now.
But yeah, it'd be really easy to just make a pretty looking Ocarina of Time and sell that for $80 even. Hopefully they don't have any weird ideas.
Please don't say 80 because I will be like honk honk.
Okay, this is a very good point. It was such a different era and such a different fidelity, and it's so mechanically different. I honestly didn't even think of it. Technically, Metroid Zero Mission is this, and Dimian made this point in chat. That's true.
I guess that is true.
Yeah.
Metroid Zero,
Yeah.
that literally is that concept, but for 2D games. But that's an amazing fucking game, and so different from original
it's built
Metroid.
off the bones of something they already made, that Jin.
True to some,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's true. It is a really different. Yeah.
You could also claim that that Samus Returns is that, I guess.
That's true. So they've done it twice, and they were both Metroid.
But Metroid,
Right.
yeah, and Metroid 2 was questionably a game at best originally.
Whoa! Excuse you. Metroid 1 was questionably a game.
Yes,
Metroid
that as
2,
well. Both.
That is
Both.
that is a kind game. The save point heals you. It cares about you. It nurtures you.
Both of those games, you know.
I can't.
Have you ever seen? Did you see that Reddit post where some guy didn't know how to play Samus Returns? This was like around when Metroid Prime 4 came out. Somebody on Reddit responded to them as Miles McKenzie telling them what to do.
That's really fucking
Jesus.
good.
But yeah, with those, there was like basically the modern version of Zelda is completely incompatible with something like Ocarina of Time. You have to come with
you
a
can't
new
turn Ocarina
thing.
into Breath of the Wild. You just can't. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think they do that too. That's more money than Nintendo likes to spend. So
No,
yeah,
they're
I
gonna-
think it'll
they-
be
if they-
a relatively like two formula Ocarina.
I think it's entirely possible this is the one they go hard on. And I think if they do that, it will be more cinematic in a way that makes a lot of people
Infuriated.
it won't quite be the same, but this would be their 7 remake moment. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, Ocarina Remake will ship with the whole game.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm just
So it wouldn't be
imagining
like Ocarina
now
Kid
I'm
mode.
imagining somebody at Nintendo who, like, in their PR department, who knows this exists and knows what it looks like, seeing all those Focus M videos and going, oh fuck, oh come on.
Bob, the thought of them chopping Ocarina of Time into kid game, adult game, in order to match 3 remakes trilogy is insane. I'm losing my mind in this mind temple. This is their Switch 2 saga. It is a duology. We thought
Yeah,
it'd
another
be
reason
cool
I think it'll
if
be
Kid
kind of
Link-
straight to formula is I don't think it'll be Switch 2 exclusive.
It'd be really cool. Well, it's gotta be. It's gotta look so good. It'd be really cool, you know, if Kid Link had 8 full temples, maybe even 9 or 10.
I mean, there's some cut content they could try to reconstruct.
Into 2 $70 video games,
Get
baby.
the light temple back, switch the ice arrows and the iron boots.
Aggro's all for it. He's like, but this doesn't have time ghost, so it's fucking dope. And I'm like, Aggro, you don't have a Switch 2. He's like, that's where you're wrong. I stole a Switch 2. Time pose?
You could have gotten a Switch 2 for $400 today in the Woot off, but you missed it.
Oh, that's
so it's
true.
over.
Woot did have that for 400. Imagine disposable income.
Yeah, not in tax season.
No.
Oof.
No, very no.
Yeah.
Other rumor is that next year, 2027, there's another Mario game.
Sooner than I
There's
expected.
there's kind of a
Right?
Mario game every year. So do they mean a new 3D one or a new
Yeah,
2D
they were
one?
They at least
specifically-
mean a new mainline one. I don't know about 3D. Maybe it's like a Wonder or something.
Because Wonder came out the same year as the first movie, right? Or was it the year after?
But they did do an update for it this year, so clearly,
That's true, but they like money.
yes.
But yeah, it seemed like this was the next mainline Mario game is what they're talking about, which again, kind of
Surprising?
yeah.
Yeah, because Donkey Kong was last year.
Uh-huh.
That
and
was the
Mario
Odyssey
Odyssey
team.
Mm-hmm.
They could have split them, maybe. They could have split them into 2 teams, perhaps, and expanded each one, and then be like, okay,
Yeah.
go. Or they could have just let somebody else have a shot at it.
Splatoon team.
Mario Sunshine 2.
If it's a Splatoon team, it will be that.
Oh, that'd actually be interesting. I don't know if the Splatoon team is making that Splatoon extraction shooter, if somebody else is making that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of forgot that was announced.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah, that comes out
Yeah,
this
and
summer, right? I think
It's
that's
not
right.
out, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it seems
excited.
like Nintendo isn't doing another Direct until June, which seems crazy to me because like everything they've announced is out, I think, except Tomodachi Life.
Right. I guess they just don't have anything till the end of this year. But if they have Star Fox and Zelda remake this year, that's really good.
I'm sure they have I'm sure they're
Oh,
gonna have
Fire
like a
Emblem,
million. Yeah, we don't know when that's coming out, do we? It didn't even have a date.
No. And Yoshi.
So
is
hey,
also soon.
hey Square Enix, since you're gearing up porting all your shit to Switch 2 because you want money,
Mm-hmm.
this is a great time to make a PS5 native version of Kingdom Hearts 3 when you port it to Switch 2. It's a great time to just do that.
I would also like to point out there's no next gen or Switch version of Final Fantasy 15, so maybe additionally for some money, port that.
Yeah, and also Dragon Quest 12 or Dragon Quest 11. You could do a truly definitive version
They'll
of that
never
game.
do that. That is asking
No.
way too much.
Yep, no, that is locked away. You have
I
to
don't
choose.
know. They're pushing DQ hard.
They maybe they'll get desperate because the next one, 13 or whatever, just isn't happening.
12. I assume they had
Bob,
to
what
reboot
numbers
it.
after 11?
I couldn't
I
remember
assume
what they
what
just
happened-
released.
I assume what happened is it was going to be more action focused. Then Akira Toriyama died, and they saw what happened to Final Fantasy 16 and went, "We're rebooting it back into a turn-based game."
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
that's got to be
people-
what happened.
People are on. I've heard people be like, "There's no way that's happened. There's no way that's what happened," and I'm like, given everything they said
What?
and the fact that I think they even announced it for Unreal Engine 5.
And
That is absolutely.
I
and how
don't-
long it's taking? That absolutely happened.
I feel like every Square Enix needs to sit down and think for a moment. Final Fantasy 16 did so bad they turned the company off and are turning it back on.
Yeah,
You need to
Which-
understand that they put that in a press release. That's
they
real.
literally put that in a press release. There's so many receipts that came out that proved that happened. But the NX end of the
literally
company
said-
seemed pretty immune to that decision overall.
Yeah, they literally said, none of our exclusive Sony things worked, so we're making everything multi-plat forever. Like, they were... I am shocked that we've ever gotten a company to be that candid.
Uh-huh.
Like, at some point, guys, you kind of just have to accept that, yeah, they really fucked up their top-level things so bad, they had to basically cancel all of them.
Yeah.
Or reboot them.
No, actually, turns out cancel.
I mean, I assume that... they rebooted 12, so that... DQ 12, so that was a reboot.
I'm trying to remember if we caught wind of that before this other stuff. I don't know.
I think we did hear wind of it before, but it had to have been like part of the same discussions. Like they were like, we only have to do this. Oh no, we have to do way more.
Mm-hmm. God.
Turns out, we can't turn every single one of our IPs into a AAA game, and the CEO that said that probably shouldn't be the CEO anymore. I keep waiting to wake up and that to be the case. There probably shouldn't ever be a AAA Mana game.
I see someone in chat saying, I'm sure that isn't the same as saying Final Fantasy 16 is bad. It sounds like it being PS5 exclusive was a bad decision, financial decision versus quality decision.
And also, people didn't want an action game. I'm sorry.
Yes,
At some point, you have to accept this.
I'm sorry.
At some point, you have to accept that game did badly and didn't pick up any of the most Final Fantasy fans.
At the end of the day,
I think at some point you need to ask why the one explicitly marketed on all the Final Fantasy 14 people being working on it didn't catch any Final Fantasy 14 players.
Right. At the end of the day, you got to look at how much Expedition 33 sold and how much more it cost to make Final Fantasy 16 and realize that's not shaking out. That doesn't make any sense to have done that. And that game came to PC and did not sell for shit. Mm-hmm. This isn't an inaccessibility problem here. This isn't it's not on the platforms where people want it. It's that game did not do what they should have wanted it to do from numbers, not just relative to its budget, but relative to the legacy of Final Fantasy, period. 15 sold way better than 16. 14 did, obviously, way better than 16.
Even 13 sold way more.
Yes. No, 16 did not sell good at all for the Final Fantasy franchise, which is why it's insane to sit here and have a discussion where you pretend that isn't the case. And additionally, on top of that, they also stumbled into the mistake that was fucking 7 Rebirth's insane budget at the same time, and also Forspoken. So they spent an absolutely catastrophic amount of fucking money.
Yeah, Forspoken costs more than Final Fantasy 16 some fucking how.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's like nothing in that game, but it somehow did that.
Like, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but it happened. God, they're so stupid.
So, like, this is, and the only reason we're emphasizing this is because we constantly run into people who act like this didn't happen, and it feels fucking weird. They literally turned off the whole company, flushed out everything they were working on that wasn't an HD 2D remaster or Dragon Quest 12, and
or KH3
and KH4.
Or KH4.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy Rebirth 3.
Right. These are the safe
But even then,
things.
they really implied it was getting like downscaled from like Rebirth would end up being bigger.
Right.
So they turned off a lot of things. There are hard receipts for things getting canceled at Square Enix that were being worked on. Like, hey, we haven't heard about a Final Fantasy 17 yet. Notice 16 was 3 years ago. They obviously would have had momentum going into the next Final Fantasy during 16. That's how it always works. They were working on 16 as 15 wrapped.
Right.
We didn't hear about that till 4 years later, 4 years after 16 came out. But we're getting up there. We're getting close.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What did you just say? Can I get that again?
We didn't hear about 16 until 4 years after 15 was out. Because we saw 16 for the first time. They were working on it.
But they were working on it, and there were receipts. There were things people knew where they were working on a 16th Final Fantasy by this point in time, obviously. Relative. Time aligned. And that is simply not the case. Anyways,
Yeah, like when I don't know how many times I can say people don't like things because of a brand. They like things because of what it is. And when you dramatically change every single thing about something, which is what I would say Final Fantasy 16 does, when you look at 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, turns out people don't want to show up for that. Like maybe there's a very direct correlation between all the guys saying, finally, they made one who wasn't gay, with it not doing as good.
Right.
15 is way more gay and sold way more. So I guess looking at only these points of data.
Right.
Sometimes we're uncovering a strong correlation.
Like, and even if Final Fantasy 16 hadn't done that badly, I'm sure that that game is dripping with we made every single choice we thought the global audience wanted us to make. And then it not only wasn't one of the better selling ones, I think it might be the worst selling mainline Final Fantasy.
I'm sorry. I have to spell this out for chat. Yes, Final Fantasy 16 has a gay couple who kiss once, and you get to see it from a camera that almost runs out of the room they're kissing in. Final Fantasy 15 is about dudes being dudes, and 4 beautiful bros hang out the entire game. Which of these do you think is gayer?
Also, yeah, they're beautiful dudes.
Bros on the
16
song
doesn't have
"Bros
much.
on the Road" is gayer than all of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16, despite being the only one with a canonical gay couple, which isn't even true, I really don't understand why people don't say that about Final Fantasy 13.
Mm-hmm. No, they didn't. They didn't say it. They just heavily implied it.
Oh man, this pisses me off. If I ever see somebody say this again, we're gonna have words where it's like, well, in development, one of them was a guy. What were they in the final game? Do you think they did it on accident?
I actually never heard about that. That's insane.
Like, I hate this weird thing that whenever something doesn't look at the camera and say, we are 2 homosexuals, people are like, they did it on accident. It's like, no, they probably didn't, because they're human beings and they wrote based on their human experiences in which they know gay people exist. And
They were
probably know
roommates for
some and are friends
17
with
years.
them.
Yes, they were roommates for 17 years.
Yes. No, this
But
new
yeah, it's
Gundam
like-
does not
it's
have
like-
any gay people. It's not.
Like, yeah, they made compounding
true.
decisions with Final Fantasy 16 that the fan base broadly didn't like, and it showed in the game's performance.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's a million times more valuable to have that discussion than the weird going in circles, trying to find any reason but the obvious. Is there just something wrong with Final Fantasy as a brand now?
Also,
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Final Fantasy 14 is still one of the most popular games in the world, and that is nothing but series iconography and rehash and like remixes of other things in the series by mass. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
Are you that desperate to exonerate this game selling badly and people
Yes.
broadly not liking it?
Yes, for some reason that can't be the culprit. Yeah. Also, my God, I saw at least a couple people in chat literally still doubling down and being like, no, there's a gay couple in 16. It's way gayer than 15. And I'm like, yes, in Assassin's Creed, the early ones were only enjoyed by men because no one's attracted to Ezio.
So in Final
Straight men
Fantasy,
love it,
in
no
Final
one else
Fantasy,
does.
in Final Fantasy 14 Heavensward, in Final Fantasy 14 Heavensward, there's a character who turns into Shiva.
Uh-huh.
And she flies into a big laser beam at the end so you can get away and she dies.
Mhm.
And that person then wrote Final Fantasy 16, a game where the gay man flies into a big laser beam at the end and dies so you can progress.
It's a tragic sacrifice that I'm willing to make.
Can we talk, like, at some point I feel like I'm starting to get meaner about this, where it's like, guys, Final Fantasy 16 is a game where Clive has sex with the female heroine and she loses all her powers and can't participate in the final battle directly as a result of them having sex.
It's
The
also,
gay guy who he also took powers from, he can still go, though. He has a penis. That protects him from the powers being stolen.
It's also worth noting, on top of all of this, exactly that style of writing that infuriates me, they also pulled a punch on an entire plot point that was obviously about child abuse, certain types of child abuse, not going to say. And then in Japan, they actually delivered on that by having them say the exact thing. US release was first, by the way. That's upsetting enough. And then the scene where they're like, this is their romantic sex scene on the beach is the most sexless thing I've ever fucking seen in the world. Everything
like,
about this game.
Do we need to? I don't think we need a fucking congressional inquiry to explain why the game where both prominent female characters' backstory is sexual assault didn't take off with women.
Yeah, so
Like, I don't think we need Columbo to sort out this mystery.
yeah, anyway, so Square Enix had to turn off the everything, basically, and the only things that survived are things they cannot quit. You don't quit making a Dragon Quest. You don't quit making Kingdom Hearts 4. You don't quit making the third Final Fantasy 7, no matter fucking what. You make these goddamn games. But even Final Fantasy 17 was a little bit too risky, apparently. And they went, we'll figure this out eventually.
and frankly, they, like, it's going to be at most a year and a half before Final Fantasy 7 Remake 3 is out.
Yeah, that is what they
I'm
were
not-
saying.
That's
right?
about the rate. Like that would be that would put it. You know, they should that team should make 17, and they shouldn't even start on it until they can.
Okay, so I feel like there's no way they're making 17. I'm guessing some creature that was not the next in line Final Fantasy is just going to show up, and we're going to be like, "Who the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? I'm scared."
I don't think so.
And I don't know. They might. I feel like it's
if they were going to do that, Forspoken would have been Final Fantasy 16.
I don't doubt at some point Forspoken was Final Fantasy 16.
Right.
Yeah, probably that would certainly go with the weird. We're just doing everything we think Western audiences want.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
the big inspiration of this game was Game of Thrones, but mostly Attack on Titan. But we're not going to talk about that.
Anyway, this was a tangent.
It was.
In two more tangents. It feels like. Let's move on, Bob, to equally important topics.
Yes. Who doesn't think Truxton is important? Truxton Extreme launches July 30th. We have a date for Truxton Extreme. Are you not excited?
You can always have time for Truxton.
I am so excited for Truxton.
Blue Reflection Quartet got announced. That comes. It's going to be on PlayStation 5, Switch 1, 2, and PC. It's a collection of the whole series, but it's really weird.
Oh, yeah?
Pay attention. It's got Blue Reflection, the original game. Of course, that's fine.
Okay.
They have Blue Reflection Ray, which is an anime condensed into a game.
Okay, that's better than an anime.
Then it has Blue Reflection Sun, which is the mobile game turned into a real video game that plays the sequel.
Okay.
This is Gust, the developers of Atelier, and they just did this with one of their Atelier mobile games, so it makes sense that they do it again.
Okay.
And it also includes Blue Reflection Second Light, which was another real game that released on PS4.
Yeah, it was the sequel.
Wow.
This sounds fine. Sounds like I'm sure it'll be too much money because they're insane. But that sounds like a perfectly fine collection of things.
Yeah. It's out July 30th worldwide, weirdly, and digital only. So no physical.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's their weird magical girl thing made for pervert, so it makes sense that it's digital only.
Oh, this is a pervert game? You should have opened on that.
I never took it as that much for perverts, but maybe.
Oh, you should read some interviews about what they say in those interviews.
Oh.
Like, I think one of them's like, yeah, we made it, like, we like, the creative lead, like, loves smelling feet. Like, I think that's literally one of the things that they say, like, in the interview.
Yeah, it didn't come off as horny as some of the Atelier designs do immediately. But I understand.
That's how you know it's the deep pervert.
Mm-hmm.
Got that Miyazaki pervert.
They announced the next Xbox showcase. The Xbox Games Showcase 2026 / Gears of War E-Day Direct.
Wow.
That's what their big bomb this year is?
It's actually something that Microsoft themselves is making, so that's exciting.
True, but that makes me think that they really are skipping Call of Duty this year. Otherwise, why wouldn't it just be Call of Duty again?
They've done it so many times, please.
Honestly, I'm kind of just like, man, Fable, huh?
Oh, yeah, Fable's coming.
Oh, they're right. Gears of War is much bigger deal than Fable.
I don't think that's true nowadays.
Well, it could be true if they make a good Gears of War game.
Yeah.
Something they haven't done in 14 years, 13 years.
I bet Fable sells better than Gears.
Yeah,
it's
almost
possible,
certainly.
just because of how bad.
Genre-wise, it will.
You know what? I'll give them respect if they make a normal. We made a 6 to 10 hour long set piece third person shooter, but I'm so afraid they're gonna turn it into some dog shit like Dark Ages, where it's like run around the big map, do objectives on the big map. We didn't make set pieces because we made this big map. We just spread the combat encounters across this big map. Collect upgrade points to upgrade your gear because you have to scavenge. It's E-Day. Nobody was expecting them to crawl out of the ground, so there's no supply lines or anything. Liberate quadrants from the locust and save the civilians.
Chris, keep going. I'm about to fall asleep.
I am honestly so excited for this direct because if it's that, they will have to say that.
Please go back and cut out Noel describing the the going out on the mission and finding the child's corpse glued to the ground because it's part of the environment.
Hey, I found
You
your
gained
child's
300
body.
gears.
I didn't bring it back. It was glued to the ground. Okay.
Now I can rest in peace.
Now I can rest in peace. Oh, thank you. Thank you, JD. Oh, that meant so much to me to know that my kid's dead and glued to the ground a mile away. You could have brought him back, but you didn't, you fucking asshole. Gears month was great.
Turned into a high on life. Oh man. Now Noel and Bob.
Uh-oh.
Not to convince you to commit to content.
Oh no.
Months before something comes out.
Oh.
But the High on Life 2 versus Gears E-Day flop swap.
Jesus. What an unhinged flop swap.
Because I was like, man, there's no way High on Life isn't bet. Oh.
Ooh. And then Chris started doing the Blanca crouching fierce punch.
Yes.
Turn into Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
You know, that would be a pretty good sound to play when Blanca's flying through the air as a ball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that.
You don't get why Tim the Tool Man Taylor is so obsessed with power, like the power in tools, until you grab one, until you hold a drill that has no balls, and then you're like, oh. Man had a point.
So we got to follow up to last week's Pragmata video that was, or image that was like, hey, Mega Man, maybe.
Do I remind you of someone?
And it's a little video of Q, the adult human, wearing a full Mega Man outfit. And it's like an April Fool's joke.
It's real good.
It is really good.
He's covered wars, you know.
He's covered wars, you know.
He does kind of look Frank Westy.
He totally does.
Didn't we get rumors that they were like totally starting? Oh, did they announce a new Dead Rising thing, or did we just hear rumors about a new Dead Rising thing?
God, is there? I don't remember any rumors about a new Dead Rising thing, but maybe
there was definitely some kind of rumor. Yeah, Dead Rising thing set in Hollywood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were working on a Dead Rising thing. Haven't heard anything about it in a while.
It was only a couple months ago they like we heard rumors about it. So I imagine if it's real, they would show it at some point this summer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, the that remake did so unbelievably bad. I'm like, did they cancel?
Did it do that bad?
I could have sworn that
thing
did terribly.
As far as I know, it didn't do well, but maybe we just don't know.
Yeah, I thought it failed to even sell 1 million or something.
They said it sold 1 million, I think.
Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, apparently a couple months after they came out, they said, yeah, it's selling the way we expected.
Okay, because it clearly didn't have much money in it.
Hey, the Pissers updated in that now too.
Oh, great.
Hey,
cool. You can see Frank West's totally fucked up face. I have no idea why they did that to him. I don't know why they turned him into a racer head.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck they did any of the shit they did in that remake. Jesus Christ. Just a flat out worse looking video game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's it. That's all the news. That's all that's fit to print. Chris will be playing
Star Fox Assault
on Saturday. And tomorrow, Bob tomorrow, Bob and I will be playing Star Fox 64, Star Fox Assault, and Star Fox Zero. in a flop swap where you get to decide when we should get off the fucking game we're playing and play the next game. We just have to play until we beat one of them.
Right.
Thank God 2 of those games are really small. One of those games is pretty big, but it's also on the Wii U gamepad. So you really get to shove us over to the game that you can't even see some of the time. Aggro, what are you up to?
I've been working on creating a new social movement that basically combines the best parts of being a sovereign citizen with the most infuriatingly smug parts of being a neo-pagan. I feel like I've sent some feelers out, and I think I can get some I'm calling them quadrants for now started in like 3 or 4 southern states, and Delaware, weirdly enough, was really interested in it. I think it's a tax code thing. I haven't really dug into it yet, but that's the metrics that YouTube is sending me back. So I'm going to be spending the weekend writing what is basically a manifesto. I just have to cross-reference a bunch of defunct legal documents and books written in the 1960s by known people with known publication dates that we are pretending are actually reproductions of ancient European texts that never existed.
Aggro, are you starting a terrorist cell or a cult?
So is this where I talk about my my vision of liberal Christianity? See, it's like Christianity.
Uh-huh.
But instead of going to hell, the people you're judgmental against just have to be the servants in heaven.
Oh. That's
where
basically prosperity doctrine.
Yeah, I was gonna say here's where agrocosm like that exists already.
Yeah, that's a thing, my guy.
At least with Mormonism, I think it's you eventually become God yourself of your own planet. I think that's part of Mormon cosmology.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Mormon, sound off in the comments. Goodbye.
How many crumble cookies do you eat a week?
Do you like dirty sodas?
I can't go to hell. I'm traveling.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Thing Dimension. Big Thing Dimension is only possible because of you and your support over at patreon.com/GB Podcast, where you allow us in order to buy some food, make rent, pay our insurance on our cars. But also there are plenty of things for you over there, such as Armchair Devs Extras, where we give you extra information about Armchair Dev episodes. We do Gamer Premonition as extras, where you get more Gamer Premonitions. And Isolation 119, a fantastic movie. That's a movie.
I like when movies are movies.